to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Cougar Athletics are brought to you by Best Western Columbia Inn, KMIZ ABC 17, MFA Oil, Break Time, Jiffy Lube, and Big O Tires, Peak Performance, Columbia College Bookstore, Betts Jewelers, and NH Shepherd's Distributing Company. Cougar Athletics broadcasts are produced for Cougar fans by the Columbia College Athletic Department. We now take you to today's Cougar broadcast.
Good evening and greetings from the arena of the Southwell Complex. We're on the campus of Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri. I'm Tex Little filling in for the ill Jeff Johnson here this evening as the 21st ranked Columbia Lady Cougars take on the 22nd ranked Brescia Lady Bearcats in NAIA college basketball. And Coach Mike Davis now joins us. And Coach Mike Davis, the Lady Cougars with a record of 3-6 have been struggling. You try to stamp a 5-game skid here tonight. You got a very tough road to hoe taking on Brescia this evening.
Hey, we want to welcome you back, Tex. And, you know, where we're struggling, if we get a win tonight, we're not going to let you get away. We're going to keep you with us. So, hey, we're glad to have you back. But Brescia's a great ball club. We'll have our hands full, and it's always a great match when we have them.
The Cougars come in. They've dropped 5 in a row, Coach. What's been going on with this team?
You know, we played a very good schedule. The good teams we have played very well against. The medium teams, we have really stunk up some gyms. We've left a smell some of the places we've been. And, you know, that's really been what's hurt us. Tonight we're going to see a good team, so I hope we have that same, you know, intensity back. I mean, we've beaten the defending national champs, Oklahoma Baptist, who's undefeated, and they'll be a top 5 team this week. You know, we lost to them by 1 at their place and had 3 shots at the end to beat them. So we've played some good basketball, but, man, we've played some other that I don't know if you can call it basketball.
What's the problem when things aren't going the right way? Is it a matter of not taking care of the ball, missing shots, just no court awareness? So how would you describe what's going on?
Well, we've passed out blank sheets of paper to the fans and had them, you know, write down what they thought at times this year. I don't know. You know, if you know that, it's a pretty easy game, and it's hard to figure. Sometime this year, this is going to be a good ball club. Right now, I think we're struggling a little bit confidence-wise. You know, we let 1 or 2 get away from us, and then all of a sudden, you start to question yourself and wait for that bad thing to happen. And we've got to get past that and say, hey, let's just go play and see what happens.
You haven't played a game in a period of time. An opportunity to get in the gym, I would think, but with the National Volleyball Tournament here, were you guys kind of frozen out?
Well, we've been in the gym, just not our gym. You know, we've had a lot of late nights spread around Columbia and over to Ashland and Stevens College and Rockbridge. And so we've been spread around, which is not an ideal way of doing it, but it's what we have with the national tournament here. We have gotten some good practices in, though, and hopefully we'll see an improvement with us tonight. But, you know, I think with this group, sometimes it's just letting that one thing go right, and all of a sudden it'll snowball in a good way, the same way that it can the bad.
Well, you also talk about not playing in a while. Maybe some idleness will help this club.
Well, you know, maybe getting a coach away from them. You know, sometimes coaching is really overrated. I don't know. We'll find out. But we're going to have our hands full tonight. Brescia's very good. You know, they're ranked 22 in the nation right now, and they'll be higher than that probably tomorrow when the new rankings come out. They're a good ball club. They're on a 6-game winning streak. You know, we told our girls last year we thought they were the best coached team we played all year long. Really sound, really fundamental. And they've got a couple of really good players that are hands full.
What do you have to do tonight to put yourself in a spot to win?
You got to make some shots. I was just over there talking to Coach Page, the coach from Brescia, and we were laughing. And, you know, when you shoot well, your defense is better, you rebound a little better, you handle the ball a little cleaner. So all of those type things we have to do. And I think we have to make 1 or 2 plays when they need to be made. That one player step up when you need a basket, when you need a stop, when you need a charge, when you need a rebound. You know, somebody stops the bleeding and turns the boat around.
Well, you have, this is what, game number 10, I guess, on the year. But this is the point at the time of the season where you'd like to start seeing some things come together, isn't it?
It's kind of time, Tex. It's kind of time. And, you know, we've been away from home a lot, had a lot of road games. It's very good to be back home. And now it's taking advantage of that and seeing another good ball club and competing well with them.
Coach Davis, good luck.
Thanks, Tex.
Head coach of the Cougars, that's Mike Davis. He's now in his 7th season here at Columbia College with 161 wins and 55 defeats. Sean Page is in his 2nd year at Brescia. His Brescia Bearcats have been on fire. They have won 6 in a row, and they return the All-American and Danielle Jenkins. Joining us now is Sean Page, who is originally from Australia. And Coach Page, your club again on the road. This Brescia Ball Club has really kind of made a name for itself out on the road.
Well, yeah, we've played 11 games this year, 9 of them on the road, and we played those 11 games within the space of a month. So it's been a busy month. We've had pretty good success the last 6 games. We've managed to win, so we need to keep it rolling though.
What do you like about this group? It looks kind of like you got a pretty good mixture of experience and some rookies.
Yeah, we do have a pretty good mix. We have some kids that, we have 9 returners from last year's team that went to the NAIA Division 1 Sweet 16. So you've got some kids out there with some experience and played in some big games. And we've also brought in some new players that we feel like have added to our mix straight away, added to our depth, and we feel like we've got a pretty nice group. We still have a long way to go though.
How about competing as an independent? That's going to be very difficult this day and age.
It is difficult in some senses, but it also is good because it allows us to go out and schedule the opponents we want to schedule. Rather than being locked into a conference schedule, we can go out and play the best teams in the country as we've done the last couple of years. And when you're in this part of the country from an NAIA standpoint, you've got the Trans-South, you've got this league and the Mid-South. There's a lot of very, very good basketball teams within a 3-4 hour drive of where we are, so it's a really good opportunity for us.
What's important for your club here tonight to compete with Columbia?
They're a very, very good basketball team, very well coached, great kids, great tradition. It's just going to be tough. We just need to compete. We need to compete for every possession for 40 minutes. If we do that, we're solid defensively, we block out and rebound, and then if we go down and we're smart offensively, have good ball movement, good people movement, and have good shot selection, we feel like we give ourselves a chance to be successful.
Thanks, Coach.
No problem. Thank you.
And that's the head coach of the Brescia Bearcats, who come in with a record of 7-4. Mike Davis made it very clear as well that he's got a great deal of respect for this program. He also made it very clear he expects Brescia to really jump in the rankings, which is due out tomorrow. We now take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Brescia Bearcats, at one guard will be Jessica Berzotto from Melbourne, Australia, 5'8" sophomore, averaging 10 points and 3 assists a game. The other guard is Danielle Jenkins, the All-American from Savannah, Georgia, 5'8" senior, 17 points, 9 rebounds a game. Forward is Megan McGrath from Louisville, Kentucky, a 5'9" senior, 6 points, 4 rebounds a game. The other forward is Paula Carver out of Webster, Colorado, a 5'9" junior, 10 points, 3 rebounds a game. The center is Crystal Floyd from Henderson, Kentucky, a 6'1" junior, 12 points and 5 rebounds. For Coach Mike Davis' Lady Cougars, Megan Archuleta will be a forward from Colorado Springs, a transfer from Crowder Community College, a 6' senior, 12 points, 4 rebounds a game. The other forward is Nancy Thornsberry. Nancy Thornsberry is from Springfield, Missouri, a transfer from Missouri Southern University, a 5'10" sophomore. Whitney Whitteman out of Mexico High School, Mexico, Missouri, a 5'6" sophomore, will be a guard, averaging 9 points a game. And the coach's daughter, Whitney Davis from Boonville, Missouri, Boonville High School, 5'6" sophomore, 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. The post player is Rachel Oswald. Oswald is from Boonville, Missouri, University of Missouri transfer, 6' sophomore, 14 points and 9 rebounds per ball game. Our officials, Chuck Shattuck, Ken Church, and Stephen Lewis, as they will officiate this game here this evening. We will be back with the opening tip-off in a moment.
Thank you for calling Bambinos. How can I help you?
Holy cow! My hunger's got me by the you-know-whats, but I really shouldn't be driving right now.
Harry! Don't worry, buddy. At Bambinos, you can cruise your noodle. Just call us and tell us what you're hungry for, and we can deliver it to you. We even cater for large groups.
Hi! That sounds great, but I can't remember what I want.
No problem, Harry. You got the internet up there?
You bet! I wasn't that crazy about it till I discovered those girls gone wild.
Well, just surf over to Bambino'sItalianCafe.com. You can check out our full menu, see all of our daily food and drink specials right there on the web.
Holy cow! What if I decide to come down for a frosty cold one and watch the game?
Well, get on down here, Harry. Bambino's Italian Cafe is in downtown at Hinton Locust. Or if you decide you want to carry out or delivery, just call us back at 443-4473.
Hi!
Uh-huh.
I'll call back.
Bye-bye, Harry.
Hey, you work hard. And not only do you work hard, but when you play hard, right? So when do you have it easy? Cost Cutters. Cost Cutters pros know how to cut it right.
Cost Cutters.
And right away.
We make it happen.
And you don't have to have an appointment. Cost Cutters makes your hair look great, and that makes you feel great because you're looking good. So you're walking out with Cost Cutters smiling. You're happy that you got a professional cut. to fit right into your really busy day. It's so easy at Cost Cutters.
Cost Cutters.
Open every day.
We make it happen.
And open Monday through Friday till 8. Just walk into one of their 5 Mid-Missouri locations. You work hard. You play hard. But getting your hair cut at Cost Cutters, that's easy.
Get in, get out, get style, no doubt. That's what Cost Cutters is all about. For hair that rocks when you're on a roll, there's only one place you need to go, Cost Cutters. They fit your lifestyle. Cost Cutters. It's all about style.
At the 3 in Columbia, plus Jeff City and Moberly. They make it happen 7 days a week.
Cost Cutters. We make it happen.
Back here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex, we get set for basketball between the Lady Cougars of Columbia with a 3-6 record and the Brescia Bearcats. The Lady Bearcats are 7-4. This Bearcat club, again, has won 6 in a row. They have played almost the entire schedule on the road. I think 9 of the 11 games have been on the road. As they get set here to take on the Lady Cougars on the road. It's a long trip for the Brescia Bearcats as they come out of Kentucky, Owensville, Kentucky, make the trip out of there to come out here and play one ball game and then go back. But the Cougars will later return the trip as they go down and take on this good Brescia program. The men have hooked up with Brescia a number of times over the years and have had their hands full as well. This Lady Cougar basketball team has been on the road. They are very happy to be back at home. As we get set for this tip-off, as we are ready to go. Cougars break their huddle. They're decked out in their road gray, or rather home grays, trimmed in navy and white. The only difference between the road grays and the home grays is where they wear them. They're decked out in the grays, trimmed in white and navy, and the Brescia Bearcats on their road blues, royal blue, trimmed in white. Brescia here in the first half going from our left to the right, the Cougars from our right to the left. Columbia's got to value the basketball here tonight. Set the jumping up is Floyd against Oswald. Ball in the air and the tip control by Columbia as Whitney Davis gets it to Oswald on the left wing. Back to Davis in front of the Brescia bunch. Now to the top of Nikita Whitteman and Davis on the right wing. Whitney Davis holds out top to Archuleta on the left point for 3 on the way. Good. Megan Archuleta gives the Cougars the early lead, and they will pick up Brescia in a half court. Man-to-man. Across the timeline is Berzotto. Berzotto works it to the right side where she gives the ball to McGrath. McGrath to the right wing, into the right corner to Carver. Carver gets it down low to Berzotto. Zotto shot no good. Archuleta with the rebound. To Whitney Davis down the far sideline. Davis zooms to the paint. Bounce pass inside. And it went off of Oswald, but she was being held and no whistle inside. And Mike Davis is all over the near official. Back the other way come the Bearcats. Barzotto across the timeline. Works to the left. Picks up her dribble to Carver. Carver out top to Jenkins. Jenkins at the free throw line to Berzotto. Berzotto tries, penetrates, puts up the 2-footer. That's no good. Oswald with a rebound. Here come the Lady Cougars. Down the far sideline, Whitney Davis. Left wing, her pass goes with their Thornsberry. Thornsberry to Whitteman. To Archuleta, open for another 3. And oh, this is Oswald. Oswald with the 3-pointer, and the Cougars jump out to a 6-0 lead. Back comes Barzotto. Berzotto, crossover dribble. Left side, Jenkins. Jenkins now to the right side to Carver. To Berzotto on the right wing. Berzotto holds it there. Fakes right, goes left into the paint. Kicks it out to Jenkins, who penetrates. She's got the layup. Give it to Danielle Jenkins. She got her defender on the hip and went to the hole. 6-2. Cougars back the other way. Whitteman with it on the right wing. Whitteman holds over her head. Out top to Thornsberry. 3-point shot. Hits the side of the backboard. Rebound Oswald. Put back. Oswald's good. And the Cougars go up 8-2. And a timeout call by Sean Page and Brescia. As the Brescia Lady Bearcats want to talk it over here in the very early going. More Lady Cougar basketball in a moment.
Looking for sports coverage you can count on? Turn to the team that brings you coverage whenever and wherever you want it. KOMU Sports.
Tune in to KOMU News at 6 and 10 for the latest sports highlights and wrap up the week with the KOMU Sports Show Sundays at 10:25. Log on to KOMU.com for video highlights and interactive polls. Get sports news when you want it with KOMU Mobile. Get alerts direct to you with KOMU Mobile Message.
KOMU Sports. Sports coverage you can count on.
8-2, the Lady Cougars lead the Brescia Lady Bearcats here in the early going of this home contest. Columbia trying to snap a 5-game skid. Also trying to snap Brescia's 6-game winning streak. As Lady Bearcats have made a substitution. And now on the court for Brescia is Helen McKinney. Pass goes to the right wing to Jenkins beyond the arc. Jenkins gets a pick, drives into the paint, kicks it in the left corner to Berzotto. Zotto drives baseline. That shot no good. Jenkins with a rebound. The putback is not going to count as Jenkins is called for player control foul inside. Daniel Jenkins picks up the personal. First foul here in the ballgame. And back come the Lady Cougars. Across the timeline is Whitney Davis. Left side Archuleta on the left point. The left wing to Thornsberry. Thornsberry holds there to Whitteman on the top of the key. Right wing now to Whitney Whitteman. Out top, Archuleta. Into the left corner to Whitteman. Whitteman gets it inside the Thornsberry. Back to Whitteman. Open for three. She buried it. Whitney Whitteman buried it. The Cougars are out to a 9-point early lead. 11-2. Berzotto to the right wing to Jenkins. Guarded by Thornsberry. Jenkins down to the right corner. Jenkins out in the right corner beyond the arc with the dribble. Feeds inside. Got the ball down low to McKinney and a holding foul. It's traveling call. Traveling call going against Brescia. And the Cougars get it back on the defensive play. Whitteman across the timeline. Or rather, Davis. Whitney Davis with it on the right wing. Whitney Davis now out top to Whitney Whitteman. Whitteman to Davis, right side. Davis beyond the arc. We got a whistle away from the ball. And this is an offensive foul. Called for the personal. Rachel Oswald. It'll be her first. First foul on the Lady Cougars here in the first half. And Brescia gets the ball back. We played 3 minutes and 7 seconds. 11-2 Columbia. Across the timeline, working left side is Berzotto. Bad pass ran down by McKinney. McKinney throws it away along the baseline. She's trying to thread the eye of the needle to Paula Carver. And Carver could not make the catch. That brings the ball back. With it out top, Archuleta, and she walked with the basketball. Megan Archuleta topped the key, just forgot to put it on the floor. So Brescia gets it back. And Jessica Berzotto will inbound it. She gets it into Carver, back to Berzotto, right wing now to Jenkins. Jenkins with it, drives to the right elbow, across the paint. Fader on the way, no good. Rebound Oswald. Oswald gives the ball to Davis. Davis down the far sideline with the dribble in the right corner to Whitteman. Whitteman spins on the wing, trying to penetrate, circles back into the corner. Now out top to Thornsberry, to Whitteman on the right wing. Whitteman lobs it down low to Archuleta. Archuleta couldn't get to the pass, and it's ran down by McKinney. McKinney with the steal, and here comes Brescia into the front court. Berzotto, right wing McKinney, three-point shot, good from McKinney. Helen McKinney. And it's 11-5, Cougars lead. Out top, Archuleta, left side Thornsberry beyond the arc. Man-to-man defense by Brescia. Thornsberry with it on the perimeter. Top of the key, Oswald. Right side, Davis. Davis with it at the right hash mark. Davis into the right corner to Archuleta. Archuleta holds it there. Archuleta with the left-hand dribble. Brings it out. Feeds down low inside. Ball knocked loose and out of bounds. Last touch by Oswald. Archuleta will be charged with a turnover on a bad decision trying to jam it down low. Now checking in for Columbia is Tammy Thomas out of St. Louis from Hancock High School, a 6-foot freshman. Now checking in for Brescia is Crystal Floyd. And taking a breather will be Megan McGrath. And here come the Lady Bearcats. Berzotto across the line. Works to the left side. Gets the ball to McKinney. Right wing Jenkins into the right corner to Berzotto. Berzotto tied up along that baseline. Kicks it all the way out top to McKinney. Open for three, and she drained it. Helen McKinney with her second three, and it's 11-8. Cougar lead is whittled back down to 3. Whitney Whitteman on the right wing. Whitteman out top Archuleta. Archuleta passes it off, gives the ball to Davis. Davis with right-hand dribble, crosses over, left elbow. Left corner Archuleta for 3. Good! Megan Archuleta with her second 3. And the Cougars lead at 14-8. Berzotto now will attack that half-court man-to-man. Berzotto works to the left side, gives the ball to McKinney. To Jenkins. Jenkins to Floyd. Back to Jenkins. Now to Carver. Right side Berzotto. Down low to Floyd. Floyd posted up, banks it up and in. Crystal Floyd banked it home. 14-10. Cougars by 4. Right corner Whitteman. Beyond the arc. Fakes left. Goes right along the baseline. And we've got action away from the ball. Called for the personal foul is Whitney Davis. His first foul on Davis, second foul on the Cougars here in the first half. 5 minutes and 36 seconds gone in the opening half of play. Good crowd on hand here at the arena, the Southwell Complex. Here comes Brescia, working to the left side is McKinney. Nice feed down low to Floyd. Floyd banks it up and in. Floyd's a low, down low. Crystal Floyd's got 4. It's a 2-point game. Davis works to the right side to Whitteman. Whitteman down low, jumper off the baseline, no good from Thomas. Rebound pulled out of there by Jenkins, off to the races. Jenkins on the run out, down the left side, scoops it up with the left hand and score it. And we're tied just that quickly. Tied at 14. Jenkins has 4. Top to key Archuleta. Archuleta trying to penetrate Can to Whitteman. Right side Davis. Davis along that right sideline. Free throw line extended. Davis with a crossover. Top of the key. Left side Whitteman. Whitteman down low. Her pass deflected and stolen by Paula Carver. Another turnover. Back comes Brescia. Berzotto across the timeline. She fakes to her right. Goes to the left. Pass in the right corner to McKinney. And a foul away from the ball. This is going against Crystal Floyd. Crystal Floyd called for the personal. It's her first. And the second on Brescia. Mike Davis wants a timeout here at the arena of the Southwell Complex. We'll return with more Lady Cougar basketball in a moment.
Life can be a real balancing act, can it? Careers, kids, mortgages. And the more things are up in the air, the more you want them under control. That's where Shelter Insurance comes in. We insure your car, home, life, and peace of mind. We offer competitive rates to take care of the business of life so you can concentrate on something more important, enjoying your life. Interested? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Seek shelter today.
14 all here at the arena of the Southwell Complex. At one time, the Lady Cougars led by as many as 9. Columbia has the basketball. They get it into the front court. Top of the key, Archuleta. Three-pointer off the left point. Pinball's out. Rebound, Oswald. Put back. Oswald, good. Oswald put it back. And it's 16-14, Columbia with a 2-point advantage. Berzotto across the timeline. Right side to Jenkins. Top of the key to McKinney. Back to Jenkins on the right wing. She's guarded by Oswald. Jenkins down to the right corner. Feeds down low to Floyd. Floyd's pass comes out top, knocked loose. Berzotto runs it down from 15. Her shot no good. And the rebound fought for, and McKinney's got it pinned along the baseline. And a reaching foul on Oswald. Oswald called for reaching in. It'll be her second personal. Third team foul, and checking in now for Columbia is Jessica James. 12:42 to play, opening half. Berzotto will inbound. Berzotto can't find anyone open. Now throws it all the way out top to Jenkins. Jenkins spins to the left elbow, pulls up from 14. Shot, pinball's out. Rebound fought for. Nice job of pulling it out of there by Davita Moore. Davita Moore with a rebound. Top of the key, her pass comes to James. Left side to Archuleta. Archuleta now out top. Top the key, Moore. Right wing. Whitteman for 3 from 25. Long. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Brescia. And the ball will go to Columbia. Whitney Whitteman will inbound along the left baseline. We'll visit with Susan Davis at the intermission. Inbound pass comes into Moore. That shot's blocked by Floyd. And we got a whistle and a jump ball called. Alternating possession arrow favors Brescia. First tied basketball of the night. Megan McGrath now back out there for Brescia, along with Floyd and McKinney. And checking back in next dead ball is Paul Carver. Berzotto across the timeline, works to the right side to Jenkins. Jenkins, who's been out there every minute, kicks it in the left corner. Berzotto drives to the left baseline from 15. That shot no good. Archuleta with a rebound, and here comes Columbia with a 2-point lead in the ball. Into the front court, Davis. Lead pass up the floor to Thomas, to Whitteman. And Whitney Whitteman drives and scoops it up with the left hand and scores. Whitney Whitteman now has 5. And it's 18-14. Cougar lead back to 4. Bearfield across the timeline. Left side, Jenkins. Now to the right point to McGrath. Back to Berzotto. Nice lead pass inside to McKinney, and she scoops it up and in. Good penetration by Helen McKinney. She's got 8. Cougar lead 18-16. Whitteman with it on the right wing. Top the key to Archuleta. Archuleta to Davis on the left wing. Davis at the left elbow. Back to Whitteman, right wing from 23. No good. Rebound fought for. And Berzotto's got it, and Archuleta fouled her. Megan Archuleta got caught with a wraparound. Foul on Archuleta will be her first, and that's the 4th now on the Lady Cougars. 18-16, Columbia with the lead. And Brescia will bring it back. Berzotto across the timeline. Picks it up, right side Jenkins. Jenkins holds on the right wing. Jenkins gets a pick now to the top of the key to the free throw line. Tied up there. Right side, penetrating is McGrath. Her bank shot up and in. Megan McGrath with a putback. And we're tied at 18. Back come the Lady Cougars. Right side, Thornsberry. She holds there, now puts it on the floor out to the right point. Makes a bad pass, but runs down the batted ball. Now back into the corner. With it there, Thomas. Thomas to Thornsberry. Out top, the pass comes to James. Thornsberry, right wing beyond the arc. Thornsberry to the free throw line. Gets it in the right corner to Thomas. Thomas, 4-3 out of the corner. Good. Tammy Thomas. Lady Cougars by 5, 21-18. And Berzotto brings it up the floor. Berzotto to the right point, gives the ball to Jenkins. Jenkins posted up. Jenkins with a fake underneath. Bank shot good as Jenkins gets the layup. She ran right over James. No whistle inside. Archuleta with it, left wing from 16. That's no good. Rebound cleared out of there on the weak side by Carver for Brescia. Carver gives the ball to McKinney. McKinney down the far sideline to McGrath, and she walked with the ball. Turnover, Brescia. Cougars get it back, leading 21-20. 1 point, Columbia lead. And now Whitney Davis going to check back in for the Cougars. Whitney Whitteman will come on. Jessica James brings it up the floor. We're a quarter of the way through the ball game. Davis working Chuck Shattuck, one of the 3 officials. Whitteman across the timeline. Whitteman works to the right side on the right wing. Has it where the right hash mark used to be. Now down to the wing. Top of the key, Thornsberry. Thornsberry gets a pick from Thomas. Thornsberry now dribbles to the left elbow, tied up. Kicks it back out. With the top of the key is James. James to Whitney Davis. Now to Thomas on the perimeter. Thomas from 24. No good. Rebound fought for. James had it. And a jump ball call. Jessica James from Edgerton, Missouri. Went to North Platte High School. Inbounds pass fired in by the Cougars. On the alternating possession, we got a foul away from the ball. Called for the personal is Jessica James pushing off to get space underneath. 21-20. It's 15 foul now on Columbia here in the first half. Across the top of the key, Berzotto. Berzotto gets it out top. With it there is McDaniel, who's checked in. Driving baseline, Berzotto. Berzotto banks it up and in. Whitteman back the other way. Works to the right side. That's Whitney Davis rather than Thornsberry. Now out top to Archuleta. Left side, Davis. Davis from 28. No good. Rebound in the corner, out of bounds. Last touched by Columbia. Goes back to Brescia. 22-21, Brescia by 1 point. That's their first lead of the game, and they've got the ball. Berzotto angles to the left with a left-hand dribble. Has it on the left point. Top of the key. McGrath down low and underneath. Fanning on the shot at point blank is Carver. She ran down her own rebound but then stepped on the baseline. Carver got it down low. Now, she wasn't wide open, but she was at point blank. Archuleta will get a breather, and in comes Whitteman. Oswald will check in. And taking a seat, James. 22-21. Columbia down 1 after leading by as many as 9 in the early going. Davis brings it up the court with the right-hand dribble. Left side to Oswald. The left wing, Thornsberry. Thornsberry on that left sideline, looking over to man-to-man defense. Thornsberry bounces it out top to Whitteman. Whitteman top the key, into the right corner, Oswald. Oswald deep in that right corner, brings it out to the wing. Oswald now out to the right point, penetrates to the right elbow, back down the right side of paint, scoops it up and in. Nice move by Rachel Oswald, who's got 9. 23-22. Lady Cougars again by 1. Berzotto works to the left side to McDaniel. McDaniel passes it to the left corner to Carver. Back to McDaniel in the left corner. This is McGrath. She penetrates. Thomas with a block as she stripped it away. And it's ripped out of there by Thornsberry to Davis. Left side Archuleta into the left corner to Whitteman. Whitteman with it deep in that left corner. And she threw it away. And now the ball's knocked loose. Whitteman gets it back. Gets the ball to Thornsberry underneath. Her shot no good. And fouled underneath was Nancy Thornsberry. Called for the personal foul is Helen McKinney, her first. Nancy Thornsberry will go to the free throw line. And we got a timeout call by Brescia, so a break in the action here at the arena of the Southwell Complex. Columbia 23, Brescia 22. This is Lady Cougar basketball.
The Cougars remind you that a winner always uses a designated driver or volunteers to be one. Be a good sport and keep our roads safe. Always put safe driving at the top of your lineup. A message from the Columbia Cougars, Budweiser, and N.H. Shepherds Distributing Company.
23-22, Columbia by 1. 7 minutes and 37 seconds to play in a very quickly moving first half. And again, we'll visit at the intermission with Sue Van Davis from the Columbia College Alumni Department. She works for Columbia College with the alumni, and we'll talk about her job description, not only as at Columbia College, but as the wife of Mike Davis, head coach of the Lady Cougars, and the mother, Whitney Davis. 23-22, Cougars by 1, and to the line goes Nancy Thornsberry. Nancy is a 73% free throw shooter, and she's shooting a pair. She was fouled in the act. Thornsberry trying to give the Lady Cougars a cushion here. Free throw on the way is no good. She missed it. She'll shoot another. 7:37 to play first half. Cougars by 1. Thornsberry's free throws in the bucket. She got that one, and it's 24-22. And Berzotto across the timeline, works to the right side to Jenkins. Jenkins on the right wing penetrates to the free throw line from 16 off the glass. Good. She banked it in. 24 all. That might have been a prayer answer the way that one went in. Driving baseline, Thornsberry spins to the basket, and she's going to be called for a player control foul. Nancy Thornsberry picks up her first personal. 6th team foul on Columbia, and the ball goes back to Brescia. We're tied at 24. Last year, the Cougars beat Brescia 77-69, and over in Kentucky, 66-59. Berzotto across the line, works to the right side to Jenkins. Jenkins with it at the right hash mark. Feeds inside to Floyd. Bank shot by Floyd's no good. Got her own rebound. That putback won't go down. Next rebound scrambled for underneath the bucket. Thomas has got it. Thomas to Davis. Davis crosses over to the right side. Into the right corner to Whitteman. To Davis on the right wing. Out to Thomas. Open for 3. That won't go. Rebound Oswald. Lost it to Berzotto. Berzotto now trying to work her way out of a double team in the backcourt. behind the back dribble, gets to the front court, working against Whitman, into the left corner to McDaniel. McDaniel on the perimeter, out top to Jenkins, right side now to Carver. Carver with it in front of the Cougar bench. Top of the key to Berzotto. Back to Carver for three, and she unloads it and bangs it. She knocked it down. 3-point lead for Brescia. Their biggest lead of the game. Top of the key. Whitman. Whitman holds on the right sideline. Now to Thornsberry. Left wing to Davis. Davis down low. Bank shot put up by Oswald. No good, but a foul called inside. Called for the personals. Crystal Floyd. It'll be her second, and that's the 14th foul now on Brescia. And to the line goes Rachel Oswald. Oswald's first free throw is good. Oswald with 10 points here in the first half. Transfer from the University of Missouri. Rachel originally from Boonville. Averaging 14 points a game, also shooting 61% from the line. Oswald's free throw in flight and good. She got them both. Oswald with 11. Cougars trail by 1, 27-26. And back comes Brescia. Across the timeline. Berzotto. She works to the top of the key. Gave the ball to McGrath. Now it comes back out to Jenkins, and we got a 3-second in the lane violation charged to Brescia. 27-26. Cougars down 1. Davis, Archuleta, left wing. To Thornsberry, to Davis on the left point. Crossover dribble out top. Into the right corner to Archuleta. Archuleta for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Fought for. Thornsberry had it. Tipped it out, and it's knocked out of bounds by Megan McGrath, and the ball goes back to Columbia. As Megan McGrath was able to knock the ball out of bounds. Now the Cougars will inbound. Deep out of the left corner. Whitman gets it in to Thornsberry. Top the key, Davis. Davis will set it up against a man-to-man. Davis works to the right side to Archuleta. Archuleta with it, a right sideline. Top the key to Moore. Moore out to Whitman. Whitman with it on the left point. Out on the left wing. Penetrates to the free throw line. Into the paint. Shot up. No good. Rebound Thornsberry. Put back Thornsberry. No good. They scramble for the rebound. And a foul's going to be called. And I think this is going against Thornsberry. They see Thornsberry picks up her second personal. It's a 17 foul, and we'll walk to the other end to shoot a 1-and-1. 27-26. Brescia leads by 1 with 5:12 to play in the opening half. Into the free throw line goes Berzotto, the Australian. Berzotto will shoot a 1-and-1. Try to give her club a 3-point lead. Free throw on the way is good. Jessica Berzotto now with 3 points. Next free throw from Berzotto. Good. She got them both. She has 4. And it's 29-26. Checking back in for Brescia is Megan McGrath. Here come the Cougars. Davis with it across the timeline. Whitney Davis works to the right side. Down low. Nice feed to Davita Moore, and she banks it in. 29-28. Cougars down 1 with 5 minutes to play first half. Across the timeline, Berzotto. Left wing to McKinney. Right side, Jenkins. Jenkins holds on the perimeter. Now to Carver. Carver to Berzotto. Left side, McKinney from 24. No good. Whitney Davis with the rebound. Here come the Lady Cougars. Davis jets down the middle of the floor with a left-hand dribble. Into the paint, into the left corner to Thornsberry. Thornsberry kicks it out to Archuleta. Into the right corner to Davis. Davis with it. Top of the key. Whitney Whitman for 3. That won't go down. Rebound wrestled far and ran down by Carver. Carver whips it up the floor to Jenkins. Jenkins with it down the far sideline. Jenkins with it on the left wing. Into the left corner. 3-point shot out of that corner. No good. Missing that attempt was McKinney. Rebound Archuleta, and here come the Cougars. Archuleta to Whitman. Thornsberry on the left wing. Back out to Archuleta on the left wing. Into the left corner to the Thornsberry. Thornsberry brings it out to the wing. Dribbles it out to the left point. Now gives the ball to Moore. To Davis on the right wing. Top of the key, Whitman. Left side, Archuleta. Archuleta down low to Moore. DeVita Moore banks it in off the glass. DeVita Moore gives the Lady Cougars a 1-point lead. 30-29. Kind of a semi-hook shot. Into the front court. Berzotto to Jenkins. Fakes right, goes left. Into the paint. Stop there. Pass goes around the perimeter. Back to Jenkins on the right wing. Jenkins again tries to penetrate. Kicks it down low inside. McGrath on the right block. Puts a shot up. And that's no good. But she's fouled and called for the personal as DeVita Moore. First foul on Moore, 8th team foul on the Lady Cougars. It doesn't really matter here because Megan McGrath was shooting. McGrath will go to the line. McGrath, the 5'9" senior, misses the first one. Missed it right. 30-29. Brescia trailing Columbia by 1. Next free throw on the way. That's good. As McGrath drained it. And we're tied again, this time at 30. Davis with it, top to key. Left side, Oswald to the left wing to Archuleta. Archuleta brings it out to the left point with a dribble. Now out top to Moore. Into the right corner it goes to Whitman. Whitman with it on the right wing. Whitman trying to penetrate. Kicks it in the left corner and off the fingertips and out of bounds of Megan Archuleta. That was not a bad pass. 30 all our score. Here come the Bearcats of Brescia. There's Otto, right side Jenkins. Jenkins fakes left, goes right to the baseline. And forced out of bounds by the defense. Another turnover charge to the Bearcats, unofficially their 5th. We're tied at 30. Whitney Davis across the timeline. Works to the right side to Whitman. Back to Davis. Now to Whitman on the left wing. Whitman fans back out beyond the arc. 3-point shot way short. Rebound is pulled down by Moore. Her putback is short. And the rebound pulled out of there by Berzotto. Berzotto picks up her dribble to the right wing in the right corner to McGrath for 3. That's no good. Goes off the top to backboard. Hits a shot clock and it's out of bounds. Dead ball rebound to the Cougars. 2:25 to play first half. 30 all. Lady Cougars have led by 9. They've trailed by 3. Left side, Oswald to Archuleta. To Oswald to Davis. Whitney Davis top to key. Into the right corner to Archuleta. Archuleta from 17 on the way, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Brescia. With the rebound was McKinney up the floor to Jenkins. Jenkins backing in, threw it away. Stolen by Archuleta, racing the other way. Megan to the rack, scoop shot up and in. Archuleta got the layup and we got a timeout. As the Cougars want to talk it over. More Cougar basketball in a moment.
You are listening to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Follow the Cougars all season long by logging on to ColumbiaCougars.com. Get results, highlights, statistics, player information, and all the latest Cougar news. Shop for great Cougar gear at ColumbiaCougars.com. Your voice of Cougar Athletics. Your source for everything you need to know about the Cougars. ColumbiaCougars.com.
(32-30). Columbia College leading by 2 with 1:57 to play first half. Number 21 and number 22 in the country going toe-to-toe. As the Lady Cougars leading by 1. Brescia will bring the ball up the floor. Berzotto across the timeline. Has it, top the key. Fakes left, goes right. Gets the basketball to Jenkins. Jenkins gets a pick, has it at the free throw line. Penetrates into the left corner. It comes out, all the way out to McKinney on the right point. That shot on the way, no good. McGrath with the rebound. Into the right corner to Carver. Now out top to Berzotto. Berzotto setting up the offense against the man-to-man defense. Now to Carver. And her runner off the baseline, no good. Rebound cleared down by James, and here come the Cougars with the ball in a 2-point lead. Left side, Archuleta. Archuleta with it in the left corner. Archuleta trying to penetrate along the baseline. Tied up there. Archuleta bounces the ball to James. James now to Davis. And Whitney will set it up top the key against man-to-man pressure to Whitman on the right wing. Whitteman holds there into the right corner to James. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jenkins. Jenkins races the other way, carried the ball, no whistle. Gives the ball to Berzotto. Berzotto into the left corner to Carver to Berzotto around the perimeter. Berzotto now, right side Jenkins. Jenkins gives the ball to Carver to Berzotto on the left wing. Down to 45 seconds to play in the half. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Berzotto with it, top to key. Berzotto works to the left point, trying to penetrate. Down to the baseline. Jams one up there between the backboard and the rim. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Moore. Moore and Archuleta working on the left baseline. She scoops it up and in. Megan Archuleta with 10. And the Lady Cougars go up 34-30 with 20 seconds to play in the half. Berzotto brings it up the floor for Brescia. Berzotto works it on the right point. Shot clock's off. 10 seconds to play. Berzotto on the right point. Gives the ball to McGrath, top the key. Down low, Jenkins posted up. Jenkins drives around the defense and lays it in. Jenkins has 10, and there's the halftime buzzer. As we have reached the intermission, and the Columbia Lady Cougars have a 2-point lead over the Brescia Lady Bearcats at the break. Columbia 34, Brescia 32 as we reach the midway point of this one. We'll be back with our halftime activities in a moment. This is Columbia Lady Cougar basketball.
Thank you for calling Bambinos.
Holy cow! Hi, everybody.
Hey, Harry.
Say, I'm looking for a place to find me a frosty cold one this evening.
Well, then you got to get down here to Bambinos and abuse your noodle.
Abused my noodle? Hi! Sounds like a weekend I had at Kalamazoo, Michigan one.
No, Harry. At Bambino's, Abuse Your Noodle means you can get ice-cold schooners of beer with our daily happy hour specials and our late-night Bud Light draft beer specials for a ridiculous price.
Holy noodle! I thought I was in heaven up here.
Harry, just get down here to Bambino's. We've got big plates of pasta, big schooners of beer, and sports on our big screen TV.
Bambino's? Oh, shut up already. You had me in scooter. Just tell me where you're at.
Bambino's Italian Cafe in downtown at Hinton Locust, or you can call us back for carryout or delivery at 443-4473.
I'm on my way.
Bye, Harry. Hello, Bambino's.
Holy cow!
Harry?
Hi! How's it going? Say, I'm freaking starving, so I've decided to use my noodle and eat some pasta.
Well, you know, Harry, tonight you can actually choose your noodle and create your own custom pasta dish with our all-you-can-eat dinner special.
Hi!
Yeah?
It might be. Wait, it could be. It is a great deal.
You said it, Harry. Bambino's is your kind of place. We've got daily food and drink specials, big plates of pasta, huge scooters of beer, and sports on the big screen TV.
Hi! Enough chit-chat already. Just tell me where you're at.
Bambino's Italian Cafe is in downtown at Hinton Locust, or you can call us back for carryout or delivery at 443-4473.
Holy cow! Save me a seat in a scooter. I'm on my way.
Back here at the arena of the Southwell Complex, it's halftime, and the Columbia Lady Cougars own a 2-point lead, 34-32. And I know there's a lady here that is very, very happy to see the Lady Cougars lead here at the intermission, and that's Susan Davis, who is the mother of Whitney Davis, but also the husband of Mike Davis. And Susan, thanks for joining us here at the half. A very entertaining first half of basketball.
It has been. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, you are involved here at Columbia College in a number of different ways, but you work with the alumni, right?
Yes,
Talk
I do.
a little bit about your position and what your role is with the alumni.
Well, I've been here for 8 years, and I'm the Director of Alumni Services, and part of my job is to help communicate with alumni across the country and build affinity with them in Columbia College.
That's a very exciting job. Columbia College continues to grow, and of course the alumni continue to grow, so you got a lot of people to keep up with.
It certainly has. When I started 8 years ago, we had 26,000 alums, and now we have close to 60,000 alums, so you can tell in 8 years we've doubled our amount of alumni.
What kind of feedback do you get when you contact an alum that's been gone for a while and maybe has an opportunity to come back to Columbia and see what's changed over the years?
You know, it's very positive. Dr. Bruder has done an outstanding job with Columbia College, with the image of the college, with maintaining the grounds and the academic standards of the college. And so I think it gives alumni an opportunity to be very proud of where they've graduated in their institution. So usually if we can get them to come back and see campus again, for those that actually attended on the home campus, it gives them a reason to be very proud of their degree and of Columbia College.
Do you deal with alumnus that are also alumnus from the satellite schools as well?
Absolutely.
Satellite campuses, I guess?
Absolutely. I think currently we have 34 campuses across the country, and we have a large, probably over half of our alumni are from the extended nationwide campuses. So, you know, it's interesting. They build their affinity with their institutions and their campuses that they attended. So we have several come back to this campus and actually go through our graduation ceremonies here, and they're very proud to do that. And it's an interesting mix of diverse people that we have.
When you talk to the alumnus, what comes to their mind? What did they pick up besides their degree, but what values did they gain while they were here at Columbia?
Well, I think the values that they gained is, you know, they're treated well, they enjoy their professors, they're respected as students, and I think they're challenged as students, and I think they appreciate that. And they also can go out and use their degrees and further their careers. And they obviously appreciate Columbia College for giving them that opportunity.
You've been hanging around with this guy Davis for a while now.
A few years.
Long enough to have a daughter that's playing college basketball.
Gosh, and I don't look that old either.
No, not at all. Not at all. But what's it like? I guess maybe we ought to, I mean, there's so many angles to go here, but what's it like for a mother to see her daughter advance and go on to play college basketball and play for her father? Has that been a good thing all the time, do you think, or has it been hard at times?
I mean, it's been absolutely, it's been a wonderful thing. She's played for him since she was 9 years old, and so I think she knew what she was getting into when she signed up. I think in one way we were actually kind of surprised that she decided to do this. In another way, I think she wanted us to continue to be a part of her playing, and knowing that he was coaching and that he would probably not be able to see her play if she played for another institution, that it would make it very difficult. And I think she wanted to continue to have us a part of her life and watch her play.
So there's no truth to the rumor that if she didn't come to Columbia, she was going to be excommunicated from the family?
No, I tell you. You know, we absolutely let her have that choice of where she wanted to go and evaluate her opportunities, and we did visit other schools and talk to other coaches, and she did receive other offers, but it was totally her decision to come.
How about being the mother of Columbia College Cougar basketball player? Is it kind of what you expected? I mean, you have to experience that too for the first time.
I have, and you know, I feel like maybe I've been the mother of a lot of Columbia Lady Cougars in the past. Yeah. And so in some respects, I don't think that it's a whole lot different than what I've done over the past 8 years here. Mike's kind of philosophy is to build not only a team but a family, and I think we do that. And I try to make all the young ladies feel welcome in our home and welcome whenever we see them, and become a part of our family. So
I know that one thing Mike does a very good job of is when he leaves the gym and he's dealing with you. Now, you may disagree with me here, but he can a lot of times leave what happens in the gym, can't he?
Oh,
personally.
Mm-hmm.
And there are coaches that really struggle with that sometimes, I think. But, I mean, just my short stay around with him, you know, he can always, after a bad night, come up to you and still has something else to talk about. Hey, isn't the immune gorgeous tonight or something like that,
right.
You know. But he might be a little different in that way.
You know, he can do that. I mean, as a wife, sometimes I think you learn to just kind of step back and let them have their space and their time. And you know, he's very good at being able to handle whether it's a win or a loss and handle it afterwards. But then at home, I think he has his moments of just quiet time, and that's kind of when he refocuses and regroups, and that's kind of his style.
But he also takes this business very seriously. I'm sure that you can tell when things are going well or when they're not.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully we'll win this game and get things going back on the right track for them.
Sounds good. No doubt. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Susan Davis with the Columbia College Athletic Alumni Department. Yeah, she's with the athletic department too. Also the wife of Mike Davis, head coach, and the mother of Whitney Davis. So she's got things covered. We again thank her for stopping in and visiting with us here at the intermission. When I return, we'll take a look at first half numbers. This is Columbia Lady Cougar basketball here on ColumbiaCougars.com.
Let the Best Western Columbia Inn host your next meeting or special occasion. We're conveniently located at the heart of Central Missouri at the junction of Highway 63 and Interstate 70. Along with our excellent customer service, we offer 122 newly renovated sleeping rooms with a wide range of amenities, including a free hot breakfast. With over 5,200 square feet of meeting space, we can accommodate a wide range of group sizes and events. Our experienced staff will help you with all of your special needs to make your event successful. Everyone knows the secret to having a successful gathering is having it at the right place. So when planning your next event, let the Best Western Columbia Inn be the right place for you. Your number one choice for comfort, convenience, and quality. For reservations, call 1-800-362-3185. Best Western Columbia Inn.
Looking for sports coverage you can count on? Turn to the team that brings you coverage whenever and wherever you want it. KOMU Sports.
Tune in to KOMU News at 6 and 10 for the latest sports highlights and wrap up the week with the KOMU Sports Show Sundays at 10:25. Log on to KOMU.com for video highlights and interactive polls. Get sports news when you want it with KOMU Mobile. Get alerts direct to you with KOMU Mobile Message.
KOMU Sports. Sports coverage you can count on.
Life can be a real balancing act, can't it? Careers, kids, mortgages, and the more things are up in the air, the more you want them under control. That's where Shelter Insurance comes in. We insure your car, home, life, and peace of mind. We offer competitive rates to take care of the business of life so you can concentrate on something more important, enjoying your life. Interested? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Seek shelter today.
Welcome back to Columbia College here in Columbia, Missouri. Cougars 34 and the Brescia Lady Bearcats 32. And checking the first half statistics, first off for the Brescia University Lady Bearcats, they shot 43% from the field, 13 of 30. They were 3 of 6 from the three-point arc for 50%. 3 of 4 from the free throw line, just 4 free throws, 75%. For the Lady Cougars, they shot 42% from the field, 13 of 31. They were 5 of 15 from the arc for 33%, and 3 of 4 from the line. They too just shot 4 free throws, as they are shooting 75% from the stripe. Turnovers, Columbia College with 10 first half turnovers, and the Bearcats of Brescia with 9. Cougars were whistled for 8 team fouls and 4 fouls called on Brescia. Looking at some individual numbers for Brescia, they were led in scoring by the All-American in Danielle Jenkins, 10 points. She also pulled down 3 rebounds. 8 points in the first half for McKinney off the bench. She also pulled down 2 rebounds. 3 points for McGrath and a pair of rebounds. Floyd with 4 points and 2 rebounds. Berzado had 4 points and 3 rebounds, and also dished out 5 assists in that first half. Carver with 3 points and 3 boards. For Columbia College, leading the way offensively, it was Rachel Oswald, 11 points, 4 rebounds. She was followed very closely by Megan Archuleta with 10 points and 3 boards. Whitney Whitteman had 5 points, 4 points for Davida Moore and 3 boards. And 1 point for Nacy Thornsberry, a couple rebounds. Tammy Thomas at 3 points and a rebound. Whitney Davis played a total of 18 minutes and 38 seconds, did not score. Lady Cougars here at the intermission lead Brescia by a score of 34-32. As the Columbia College Cougars got 9 points from 15 points from the three-point arc, and Brescia got 9 from the three-point arc. Second chance points Columbia with 4. Brescia did not get a second chance point. And Brescia got 8 points off their bench. Columbia got 7 off theirs. That's a look at the first half numbers. We're back with second half action in a moment. Columbia 34 and Brescia University 32. This is Lady Cougar basketball.
Cougars remind you that a winner always uses a designated driver or volunteers to be one. Be a good sport and keep our roads safe. Always put safe driving at the top of your lineup. A message from the Columbia Cougars, Budweiser, and N.H. Shepherds Distributing Company. You are listening to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Follow the Cougars all season long by logging on to ColumbiaCougars.com. Get results, highlights, statistics, player information, and all the latest Cougar news. Shop for great Cougar gear at ColumbiaCougars.com. Your voice of Cougar Athletics. Your source for everything you need to know about the Cougars. ColumbiaCougars.com.
Wouldn't you like to be able to provide for your family every month, even if you weren't around? That's precisely why Kansas City Life created a monthly benefit rider for universal life coverage. In addition to your policy's lump sum payout, this rider provides extra cash to your loved ones every month, supporting them just as you would if you were still here. Talk to your Kansas City Life agent today about the new monthly benefit rider.
We're Kansas City Life.
We're set for second half basketball here at the arena of the Southwell Complex. The Columbia Lady Cougars owning a 34-32 halftime lead. As Brescia's broken their huddle, the Columbia Lady Cougars break theirs. And we're ready to roll along as Columbia will get the basketball to start the second half. The Whitneys are in there in the backcourt for Columbia. Whitney Whitteman, Whitney Davis, Megan Archuleta, along with Macy Thornsberry and Rachel Oswald. Round out the starting lineup here in the second half for Columbia on the right, and along with Thornsberry. Thornsberry has it on the right wing. Out top now to Whitteman. Man-to-man defense by Brescia. Left side Archuleta. Archuleta on the left wing. Top to Keith Thornsberry. Right wing Whitteman. Down low Davis posted up. Davis back to Whitteman. Whitteman for three. Good off the right point. Whitteman with the three. And the Cougars take a 37-32 5-point halftime lead. Left wing it goes to Carver. Carver left side to Berzotto. Down low to Floyd posted up. Floyd shots up and in. She banked it home and she's fouled. I think Rachel Oswald picked up the personal. Picking up the fouls, Rachel Oswald. She's now got three, and I'm sure that's one thing Mike Davis did not want to see happen this early in the second half. To the line goes Crystal Floyd trying to complete the three-point play. Free throw on the way, no good. Rebound cleared down by Oswald. Here come the Cougars. Davis to Whitteman on the right wing. Whitteman with it on the wing, picks up her dribble. Top to Keith Thornsberry, left side Davis. Davis holds there, drives to the left baseline, lost the ball out of bounds. Rather not out of bounds, but Jenkins picked it up, and then Jenkins double dribbled it. And the Cougars get it back. That's turnover. Number 10, charge to Brescia. Coach Sean Page wanted the offensive foul, didn't get the call. Inbounds pass comes in Archuleta to Davis on the left wing. Davis with a skip pass into the right corner to Whitteman. Down low Oswald, fakes right, goes left, banks it up and in. Rachel Oswald has got 13. And the Cougars go up 39-34. Pass goes to the right wing to Carver. Carver gets it into the left corner to McGrath. McGrath on the left wing. Bounce pass down low to Floyd for a layup. She blew it. Got her own rebound. Put back no good. Next rebound Floyd. That's no good. Next rebound forced out of bounds. Last touch by Columbia. We have played a minute and 27 seconds of the second half. Berzotto will inbound. Berzotto kicks it into the left corner where she gets the basketball to McGrath. McGrath now top the key to Jenkins. Jenkins to the right wing to Berzotto. Berzotto to Carver. Carver puts up the runner out of the paint. No good. Rebound Oswald, and Oswald's fouled, I believe, by Floyd. Crystal Floyd picks up her third person. First foul on Brescia in the second half. Back come the Cougars, leading by a score of 39-34. Pass goes down low to Oswald, posted up on McGrath. Her bank shot, no good, and it's jammed between the rim and the backboard. Jump ball, alternating possession arrow, favors the Brescia Lady Bearcats. One of the fans from that baseline down on the north end just jumped out there and popped it out of there. None of the girls could get it. Into the front court, Berzotto. Berzotto works to the left side. Gives the ball to McKinney. McKinney trying to penetrate, pulls up, 16-footer, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Oswald to Davis. Davis jets down the middle of the floor to the left wing. Gives the ball to Thornsberry. Penetrates, straight baseline, banks it in. Macy Thornsberry's got 3. 41-37. And the Cougars with a 7-point early second half lead. Right side to Jenkins. Right sideline. Pass goes in the corner to Carver, who gets a pick. Carver can't get his shot. Now gives the ball to McGrath. McGrath to Jenkins into the left corner. 3-point shot out of the left corner on the way, good. And draining that one was Paula Carver, her second 3 of the night. Davis pushes it up the floor, right sideline now to Whitteman. Whitteman down low, Oswald. Oswald trying to make her way to the basket and banks it in. Rachel Oswald forced it through. 43-37. Cougars by 6. Berzotto, right side Jenkins to Carver on the right wing. Carver gets a pick on the perimeter, trying to penetrate, and a hand check called, I believe, on Whitteman. Whitney Whitteman, the 5'6" sophomore, picks up her second personal. First foul on Whitteman, the 5'9" sophomore. 43-37, Cougars lead. Inbounds pass to McKinney on the right wing, guarded by Archuleta. McKinney to the right elbow, puts up the runner with the left hand and knocks it down. Helen McKinney now with 10 points. McKinney with a nice move, 43-39. Left side Thornsberry. Thornsberry looking at the man-to-man to Whitteman. Right side now to Davis. Top of the key, Archuleta. Archuleta spins with the dribble to the left elbow. Out to Davis. Davis at the right elbow. Penetrates, and a reaching foul on Brescia. Whitney Davis was able to get penetration, and that forced Megan McGrath to commit the foul. First on McGrath, and that is the second on Brescia. To the line goes Whitney Davis, 72% free throw shooter, and she drains the first one. She'll shoot another. That's her first point of the night. Whitney Davis averaging 11 a game and does not score until the 16-minute mark of the second half. This free throw from Davis on the way, good. 45-39. Cougars again by 6. Berzotto across the timeline. High post to McGrath. Down low to the low post. And posted up down there is Carver. She's fouled by Whitteman. Whitteman nervous. Whitteman at 5'6". Carver at 5'9". Whitteman giving up some size. Commits the foul. It will be Whitteman's second. 13 foul on Columbia's second half. Thornsberry comes out, checking in Tammy Thomas for Columbia. 45-39. Brescia inbound, long the baseline. Berzotto. Berzotto gets it in to Jenkins. Jenkins penetrates, dishes it into the right corner to Carver, out to McKinney. McKinney on the left point. Now to Berzotto, down low to Jenkins, posted up. Jenkins with the left hand, scoops it up, no good off the glass. It's a nice move, but she missed it. Rebound, Thomas, here come the Cougars. Whitteman in the right corner. And she tried to force it down low to Oswald, and it's pushed out of bounds. It'll belong to Columbia. 15:56 to play in the game. 45-39 Columbia. Whitteman into Oswald, in the paint. Her leader, no good. And the rebound cleared out of there by Carver. Carver gives it to Berzotto. Right wing. McKinney fakes the three, penetrates along the baseline, hands it off inside, and a nice strip by Whitney Whitteman as she stripped it and rolled it off of Megan McGrath, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover forced by Whitteman, the 11th in the game on Brescia. Davis with it on the right wing. Davis in front of the Cougar bench with the belt-high dribble. Davis out top to Whitteman. Whitteman on the left point. Left elbow, she kicks it out to Thomas. To Davis on the right wing beyond the arc. Davis drives to the elbow. Into the left corner to Archuleta for three. No good. Rebound. Helen McKinney. She'll bring it back for Brescia. 45-39. Cougars lead it. Now Berzotto with it on the right point. to the left wing to Jenkins. Jenkins kicks it out to Carver. Right side, Berzotto. Berzotto pulls up along the baseline. Jump shot from 8, no good. Thomas with the rebound to Davis. Davis across the timeline, top of the key. Crosses over to the left elbow. Kicks it out to Thomas. Man-to-man defense by Brescia. Right side now to Whitteman. Out top, Archuleta. Left side it goes to Davis. Davis with it on the left wing. Out top, Oswald. And we got a whistle away from the ball. And what's the call? 3-second in the lane. Called by Daniel, called on Tammy Thomas. That'll be a turnover charge to the Cougars. 45-39. Berzotto for Brescia marches it up the floor. Berzotto with it, top to key. Fakes left, goes right, gives the ball to McGrath into the right corner to McKinney. McKinney gets it out to Carver. Left side, Berzotto, walk, no whistle. And we got a whistle away for the ball. And another 3-second in the lane violation. This one on Brescia. Ball goes back to Columbia. 45-39. Cougars by 6. Pass goes to the right wing to Whitteman. Now to Davis on the right point. Davis with a crossover to the right wing. Down low, Thomas. Jumper off the right block. No good. And the rebound is pulled out of there by Carver for Brescia. Carver gives the basketball to Berzotto. To Helen McKinney to Jenkins. Head fake on the left baseline. Jump shot no good. And a foul. Called for the foul is Rachel Oswald. She's got 4. And that is the 4th team foul now in Columbia in the second half. 45-39. 5 minutes and 54 seconds have expired here in the second half. Free throw on the way from Jenkins is good. That's Jenkins' first point of the second half. She's got 11. Jenkins averaging 17 a game, 9 rebounds. She's an All-American. And from the line, the free throw on the way. No good. She missed it. And a lane violation now. Hold it. They're going to try to.
Tickets for the 50-50 raffle. Winning ticket number is 006.
Lane violation called on Jessica James. So with another opportunity, Danielle Jenkins will get another shot. So that goes down as a turnover. My Stats 101 class is right. And Jenkins gets another crack. 45-40. Cougars lead by 5. Mike Davis visiting with Chuck Shattuck. I think we got a little poker game going on. Free throw on the way. No good as he missed it off to the left. Rebound pulled down by Thomas. Thomas to Davis, and Davis will bring it across. Pass goes to the left end. To Davis, or rather Whitteman. Whitteman kicks it out top. Archuleta for 3 from 20. That's no good. And we've got dead ball. Ball on the rebound hit the basket support. Ball goes to Brescia. 45-40. Both offenses have stalled here a little bit. Middle part of the second half. Now across the line goes Berzotto. Berzotto with it on the left point. Out to Jenkins on the right point. Now to Carver. Left side the pass goes to Berzotto. Top of the key. McKinney to Berzotto on the left wing. Back to McKinney. McKinney pulls up. Kicks it back out to Berzotto. Berzotto to left elbow. Inside the paint. Puts up the bank shot. No good. Rebound Jenkins. Put back Jenkins. Good. Jenkins got the leverage inside. She's got 13, and it's 45-42. Columbia's lead's whittled down to 3. Now with it out top is Whitteman. Right side Davis. Davis lobs it down low, trying to back in, and a bank shot's good, but they blew the whistle before the shot was put up by Davita Moore. Called for the foul. Megan McGrath. That'll be McGrath's second personal. And that's the 3rd team foul on Brescia in the second half. Inbounds pass chucked in the corner to James. 45-42. Cougars by 3. They've led by as many as 7. Pass goes down low with the running lamp, and fanning on it is Moore. Rebound pulled down by Brescia. Berzotto across the timeline. Has it on the right point. Berzotto kicks it to the left side to Jenkins. Down low Floyd into the right corner to Berzotto for 3. It's short. Rebound ripped out of there by Archuleta. Outlets the ball to Davis. Davis brings it to the top of the key. Davis back to the left side to Archuleta. Cougars need to hit a bucket here. Down low to James. Her shot on the way, no good. Rebound rolls out to Whitteman. Whitteman pulls up from 8. That won't go down. This rebound pulled down and thrown up there by Moore. And I mean thrown. She did get a very good shot. She missed it. Rebound Berzotto to Jenkins, driving baseline, scoring. Cougars fell asleep on the defensive end, and it's a 1-point game, 45-44. Davis right side to Whitteman. Out top Archuleta. Archuleta works to the left side to Davis. Davis with it, left sideline. Top of the key, her pass comes to Moore. Moore to the right side. With it there is James. Jessica James made a bad pass, knocked out of bounds by Jenkins. Luckily, it wasn't intercepted. 11:51 to play in the game. Cougars by 1, 45-44. McGrath is going to check back in for Brescia. And Floyd will come out. Whitney Whitteman giving instructions to Jessica James in the meantime. Whitteman trying to get it in bounds. Throws it away. She threw it away. And a turnover, and the Cougars give up the basketball. Yeah, Mike Davis has seen enough. He wants a timeout here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. 45-44, Cougars lead by 1. More Cougar basketball in a moment.
You have looked everywhere, but you just can't find the perfect fit. Perfect Woodworking is your answer. Perfect Woodworking can build the perfect custom piece, the perfect cabinet, the perfect bookcase, the perfect entertainment center. Perfect Woodworking will build you a custom handmade piece that is exactly what you want. Make it perfect. Perfect Woodworking. 573-499-1353.
There are plenty of ways to get from point A to point B. Van, sedan, sports car, muscle car, pickup. And Shelter Insurance has covered plenty of miles in cars and drivers since 1946 with a combination of competitive rates, helpful agents, and speedy claim service. Truth is, we like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Shelter Insurance. Seek shelter today at shelterinsurance.com.
(45-44). Columbia with a 1-point lead. 11:51 to play here in the game. 45-44. And bringing the ball up the floor for Brescia is Berzotto. Berzotto gets it to the top of the key. With it out top is McKinney. McKinney left side to McGrath. McGrath into the left corner. Gets the basketball down there to McKinney. Penetrates after getting it back. And a foul's going to be charged to Jessica James. Second on James, and that's the 5th on the Cougars in the second half. And to the line goes McKinney. Free throw on the way, good. We're tied at 45. As McKinney drains the first one, she now has 11 points. 11.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Cougar trainer John Barfneck attending to Megan McGrath, who's got a problem there with her left forearm, and they get her bandaged up. Tied at 45. That's why those trainers make the big money. 11.5 minutes to go. Free throw on the way, good from McKinney. Not only do they take care of the home team, they're going to take care of the visitors on the road. Pass goes to the right sideline to Whitteman into the right corner to Thornsberry. Thornsberry walked with the ball. Good call by Shattuck. As Thornsberry called for the step. 46-45. The Brescia Lady Bearcats have opened up a 1-point lead here in the second half. Berzotto across the timeline. Works at left side Jenkins. Jenkins now to McGrath to Berzotto. Berzotto with it on the arc. Top the key. McKinney fakes the shot. Penetrates. Dishes it back out to McGrath. To Thornsberry. Or rather to Jenkins. To Berzotto. Into the corner. 3-point shot on the way by McKinney. Good. McKinney now with 15. And the Cougars trail by 4, 49-45. That's the biggest deficit of the game that the Cougars have looked at. Davis with it, top the key. Davis bounces it in the left corner to Oswald. Jumper off the baseline, out of bounds. Last touched by Oswald. Kind of rushed her shot. Cougar offense has been stuck at 45 for some time now. Now Brescia brings it up the floor. Berzotto has it across the timeline. Top the key, left side to McKinney for another three. That one's off the mark. And the rebound's fought for. Knocked out of bounds, last touched by Brescia. Cougars get it back, trailing by 4. We're at the three-quarter mark of this one. 10:25 to play. Davis across the timeline, works to the right side. Davis with it on the right point, about 40 feet out. Davis now called for a hand check called on Jenkins. The foul on Jenkins is her second, and that's a fourth team foul on Brescia. Brescia's turned down the screws a little bit defensively. They bounce pass to Davis, guarded by Jenkins. Davis with a crossover now, top the key, down low to Archuleta. Archuleta posted up. She can't make her shot. And Archuleta battling for the rebound, falls out of bounds, and the ball goes back to Brescia. It's been a long time since Columbia scored. 49-45, Cougars trail by 4. Berzotto across the timeline. She works to the right side, gives the ball to Jenkins on the right wing. Jenkins gets a pick into the paint, jump stop, kicks it back in the corner to McGrath for 3. That's no good. Rebound on the weak side, dropped by McKinney out of bounds, and the Cougars get it back. McKinney was able to get position down there and pull that rebound down. 49-45, Lady Cougars trailing by 4. Under 10 minutes now to play. Davis across the timeline, crossover, top to key, pulls up at the left elbow. That's short, might have been blocked a little bit by Jenkins, and Archuleta called for the foul, reaching in. As Megan Archuleta picks up the personal, it'll be Megan's second. And that is the 6th team foul, and Mike Davis wants another timeout. Davis needs a timeout. We'll be back with more Lady Cougar basketball in a moment.
Have you checked out the Cougars in person? Experience Cougar action up close and personal? What an event. Making your experience at Cougar Event special are many people, including the Sunrise Optimist. The Cougar Athletic Department would like to thank the Sunrise Optimist Club for managing concessions and ticket operations at Columbia College. Optimist clubs across North America conduct over 55,000 community and youth-oriented projects directly impacting 5 million youngsters annually. The Cougars and the Optimist, a real winning combination. Cougar fans are the best fans around. So when you're at the game, please act and drink responsibly. You'll be joining 93% of college sports fans who say their behavior is responsible when it comes to tailgating and respecting other fans. The Cougars encourage you to be a good sport. Designate a driver before you celebrate. It's part of every winning game plan. A message from your friends at Columbia College, N.H. Shepard's Distributing Company, and Budweiser, who remind you, responsibility matters.
If you bought your life...
49-45, Lady Cougars trailing by 4. Basketball belongs to visiting Brescia. Across the timeline, Berzotto. Into the left corner, Carver. Out top, Jenkins. Man-to-man defense by Columbia. They work around the perimeter, the Bearcats do. It goes in the right corner to McKinney. McKinney's got the hot hand, trying to get open for a shot. Drives to the bucket, scoops it up. That's no good. Rebound, Jenkins. Her put back up and in. As Jenkins got the board and put it away. She's got 17, and the Cougars are now down a half a dozen. Right wing, Whitteman. Out top, Thornsberry. Left side, Davis. Davis holds beyond the arc. Out top to Oswald. Oswald with it on the right wing. To Whitteman. Whitteman from 23. Good, and they needed that one. Whitteman drained it from the top of the key and cuts the deficit in half. 51-48. Now Berzotto across the timeline. Works to the left side. Gives to McGrath. To Carver on the left wing. To Jenkins on the left point beyond the arc. Jenkins penetrates. Puts up a layup attempt. That's no good. Thornsberry with a rebound. She gives the ball to Davis. Davis with it on the left wing. Skip pass right corner, Whitteman. Whitteman picks that up. Gives the ball to Davis. And Davis threw it away. She had a little bit of a crease there to try to jam a pass down low to Oswald and forced it in there, and they knocked it out of bounds and went off of Oswald. Turnover, Columbia. Their 15th of the day. 51-48. Cougars need another stop. 8:20 to play in the game. Top of the key, Berzotto. Right side, Jenkins beyond the arc. Jenkins is going to penetrate, kicks it out, gives the ball to McKinney. Three-point shot, no good. A foul inside on Jenkins. They're going to call her for player control. As Danielle Jenkins picks up her third personal. That's the 15th foul now on Brescia. 8:10 to play in the game. Cougars down 3. Across the timeline, Davis, left side Archuleta to Thornsberry on the left wing. Thornsberry beyond the arc, brings it out top. Now gives to Davis on the right wing. Davis looking inside, top the key Archuleta. Now to Whitteman on the left wing, beyond the arc. Now to the top of the key to Moore. Moore back to Archuleta. 7 seconds on the shot clock. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Columbia, and they turn it over again. Cougars aren't getting a shot. 51-48. Checking in is Tammy Thomas. Back in is Paul Carver for Brescia. Megan McGrath will come out. 51-48. Across the timeline. On the dribble is Berzotto. Berzotto gets it down low to McKinney. Turnaround shot off the right sideline. No good. And knocked down out of bounds is Tammy Thomas, but they call her for being out instead of a foul on Floyd. Cougars going to have to defend again. Cougars pack the middle. And now Berzotto finally gets the ball out top to Carver. To Berzotto on the right wing. Berzotto penetrates, pulls up from 8. That shot short. And we got a foul from the perimeter. Called for the personal foul is Archuleta. It's her third person. 7th team foul now on Columbia, and it comes with 7:23 to go in the game. And Berzotto back to the line where she's 2 of 2 tonight. This free throw's good. And she is now 3 of 3, and she has 5 points. 52-48. Next free throw in flight. In and out, no good. Rebound ripped down by Thomas. And here come the Cougars, trailing by 4. Davis has it, right point. Looks like Brescia's packing his own now, or sagging man-to-man. Driving is Whitteman. Her runner on the way, no good. And the rebound cleared down by McKinney. McKinney to Berzotto, up the floor. Carver in the right corner. Carver out to the right wing, back out to McKinney. McKinney top the key Berzotto, right wing the pass goes. With it there in the right corner is McDaniel. McDaniel kicks it back out to Berzotto. Left side Carver into the left corner. McKinney, 3-point shot, good. That's a dagger to the heart. McKinney's got 18. 55-48. Cougars trail by 7. Looking at their biggest deficit of the night. Pass down low inside intended for Tammy Thomas. She's fouled from behind by Crystal Floyd. The foul on Floyd is her 4th. And that is the 6th team foul now on Brescia. McDaniel comes out. Floyd comes out. McGrath will check back in along with Jenkins. 6:34 to play in the game. Cougars down 7. Whitteman will inbound right baseline. Into the right corner to Thomas. Thomas will launch a 3. It's short. Might have been partially blocked. Rebound cleared down by Berzotto. Berzotto gets it up the floor. Driving baseline. Carver, she fanned on the shot. Rebound on the weak side. Pulled down and stuck back up and in by McKinney. McKinney, the freshman, has 20. 19. Morgan Archuleta drives baseline. Her leaner on the way, no good. The last bucket was put up by Jenkins. We got a foul inside. This foul will be charged to McKinney. McKinney's got 18. And Rachel Oswald will go to the line, and the Cougars need some free throws. They are down 9. This is Archuleta at the free throw line. Archuleta's free throw on the way, good. Archuleta knocks that one down. She's got 11. Megan Archuleta ready with the next one. That's no good. Rebound tipped by Thomas, but ran down by McKinney. Boy, McKinney's all over her and Jenkins. Berzotto across the timeline. Cougars are down 8, 57-49. On the right point with the ball is McGrath. McGrath works to the left side to Berzotto. Down in the right corner. In that right corner is McGrath to McKinney. Inside to Jenkins. Jenkins shot blocked, but a foul call. Called for the personal foul is Davita Moore. It'll be her second. Correction. Yeah, it was Davita Moore. And to the line goes Jenkins, who has 19. Jenkins will shoot a pair. Free throw on the way. Good. She got the first one. 58-49. The 9-point lead Brescia enjoys, the biggest differential in this game for either club. This free throw on the way is no good. It'll be waved off as there's a lane violation. 5:48 to play. Cougars down 9. Davis, left side Oswald to Archuleta on the left sideline. Archuleta holds it there. Cougars need somebody to take the ball to the rack. Now it comes out top to Vita Moore, to Davis. Whitney Davis with it on the left wing. Davis drives to the baseline, scoops it up and in, and she's fouled. Davis got a crease, and she drove the left side of the paint, scooped it in. The basket will count as Davis got it to go. And Davis will try to complete the three-point play. The foul's charged to Megan McGrath, her third. That is now the 8th team foul on Brescia. And Whitney Davis's free throw is good. Davis gets the three-point play, and the Cougars trail 58-52. They're down 6. Now the Cougars extend their defense, picking up man-to-man at midcourt. On the dribble, Berzotto. Berzotto with it on the left wing. Now backdoor pass down low to Jenkins. Jenkins reverse layup, no good. Archuleta with a rebound. Here come the Cougars with 5:09 to play. Into the front court. Whitteman, her pass knocked down by Berzotto, out of bounds. Columbia will get it back. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Whitteman slaps the basketball. Inbounds pass comes in to Oswald in the right corner. Oswald out to Davis. Davis down low to Moore. Out to Whitteman. Left corner. Archuleta for 3. That's short. And the rebound cleared out of there by McGrath. McGrath pulled down the rebound. Pass comes out top to Jenkins. Jenkins plays catch with McGrath. Gets it back. Now left sideline Carver. Carver holds it there. Tied up. Carver to Berzotto. Berzotto on the floor once to Jenkins. Jenkins trying to penetrate. She's hit by Davis. Whitney Davis called for the foul. Foul on Davis is her second. It's the 9th team foul now on Columbia. Thornsberry checks back in, and Moore comes out. 58-52. Cougars down 6, and to the line goes Jenkins. Jenkins' free throw on the way is no good. She missed the first of a 1-and-1. Rebound pulled down by Thornsberry. Cougars bring it back. Into the right corner, Whitteman. Down low, Oswald. Posted up. Bank shot, Oswald. Good. Oswald pulls the Cougars within 4. 58-54 before 20 to play. Across the timeline with the dribble is Berzotto. Right side, Jenkins. Jenkins on the right point. Left side to Carver on the left point. Carver out top Berzotto. Berzotto top the key. Right side it goes to Jenkins. Jenkins in the right corner. 7 seconds on the shot clock. With it in the right corner, Carver. Comes back out to McKinney. 30-foot three-point shot on the way. No good, and it rolls out of bounds. And the Cougars get it on the defensive stop. 58-54. Cougars down 4, and they bring it up the floor. Right side to Whitteman. To Davis on the right point. Davis working on Jenkins. Lobs it down low to Oswald. Fakes left, goes right. Bank shot, Oswald, good. Oswald's got 19. Cougars are within 2. 58-56 with 3.5 minutes to play. Across the timeline, Berzotto, and she wants a timeout. Berzotto calls a timeout in front of the Brescia bench. It'll be a full timeout here at the arena of the Southwell Complex. And we'll have more for you in a moment.
insurance policy 20 or 30 years ago, it probably never occurred to you that you might actually outlive its coverage. But people are living longer, healthier lives than ever before. That's why Kansas City Life Insurance created Life Pro 120. It's universal life coverage that continues for as long as you live. Ask your Kansas City Life agent about Life Pro 120 today.
We're Kansas City Life.
You want style? You want it fast? For a brand new you, Cost Cutters has a style just for you. Get in, get out, get style, no doubt. That's what Cost Cutters is all about. For hair that rocks when you're on a roll, there's only one place you need to go, Cost Cutters. They fit your lifestyle. Cost Cutters. It's all about style.
No appointment necessary. Open every day, weekdays till 8. Jeff City, Moberly, and 3 Columbia locations.
Cost Cutters. We make it happen.
58-56. Brescia by 2. 3:25 to play here at the arena. And Berzotto inbounds the ball to Jenkins for Brescia. They bring it out top. Working to the right side, Berzotto. Bounces it off the left side to McGrath. Feeds it down low to Jenkins. Jenkins on the left block. Back out to McGrath. Left side, McKinney. Guarded by Whitteman. McKinney drives to the left elbow. 4 seconds on the shot clock. McKinney out of the paint. Shot no good. Rebound Farfar rolls out of bounds. Last touch by Brescia. And the Cougars get it back with 3:04 to play. Columbia gets it back, 58-56. Columbia down 2. Davis across the timeline. Right side to Whitteman. Whitteman top the key. Thornsberry for 3. No good. Rebound cleared down by Jenkins, and she'll walk it up. 2:45 to play. Jenkins picks her dribble up. Top the key. Berzotto. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins looking inside. Now finds the cutter coming through. Berzotto. Left side down low to McKinney. Posting up Whitteman. And McKinney's jumper over Whitteman, no good. McKinney got her own rebound. That put back no good. Next rebound fought far and a whistle called. And I believe it's on McKinney. Foul charge to Helen McKinney. It'll be her third person. 58-56. 2:29 to play. And we'll go to the other end. And Rachel Oswald will be shooting a 1-and-1. Oswald, a 61% free throw shooter. The right-handed free throw is good. It's a 1-point game. Oswald now with 20. She could tie the ball game at 58. Last time we were tied was at 45. Oswald's next free throw, no good. And the rebound fought for, and Archuleta is going to be called for being on the back, and that'll be Megan's 4th person. Megan Archuleta picks up her 4th personal. 10th team foul now on Columbia, and we'll walk to the other end. 58-57. Cougars down 1. And there was some discrepancies at the scores bench. They made sure everything was settled. Here's the free throw on the way from McGrath. That's good. Megan McGrath now with 4 points in the game. First point of the second half for McGrath. She's ready with the next one. And got them both. Well, we're going to have to make the free throws down the stretch. 60-57. Cougars down 3. 2:28 to go in the game. Left sideline, Archuleta. Thornsberry to Davis. Davis now to the top of the key. Man-to-man defense by Brescia. To Whitteman on the left point. Whitteman working on Berzotto. Now to Davis. Davis bounces it off to Archuleta. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Archuleta out to the left point. Into the left corner to the Thornsberry. Thornsberry has it stripped loose. Loose basketball. Jump ball called. Alternating possession now favors Columbia. But that was an uncalled for, tied up basketball. 60-57. 2:02 to play. And now Whitteman will inbound. Inbounds past Archuleta. And she's fouled immediately by Daniel. Or rather, I'm sorry, picking up the foul is McKinney. McKinney picks up the foul, and that's her 4th person. Helen McKinney picks up her 4th, and that is the 10th team foul. And now Cougars are in the double bonus. Archuletta's free throw is good. Archuleta now with 12. 58-60. Cougars down 2. 2 minutes to play. Archuletta's next free throw. Good. She got them both. Cougars again down by 1. Archuleta with a baker's dozen. 60-59. Columbia needs another stop. Berzotto across the timeline. Leaves it out top for Jenkins. Jenkins now on the right point. Gives the pass. Oh, it's intercepted by Davis. Davis races the other way. Scoops it up and in. The Cougars have the lead. Whitney Davis with the interception. She made the pick out top, raced the other way, and laid it in. 61-60. Berzotto, right side. Gives the ball to Jenkins. Now to Carver. Carver drives to the left wing. Picks up her dribble. Back to Berzotto. Pass goes down low inside. McKinney. Bank shot. McKinney. No good. Archuleta with a rebound. And a jump ball called inside. And the alternating possession favors Brescia. 1:18 to play. Cougar 61. Brescia 60. Berzotto will inbound it. Left wing to McKinney. McKinney gets a pick. Fires a 3. No good. Rebound Davis. Here come the Cougars with 1:12 to play. As Davis will slow the tempo down. Cougars spread the floor. Whitney Davis across the timeline. Brush in a sagging man-to-man. Davis with a crossover. Top the key. 1 minute to play. Out top Whitteman. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Whitteman trying to penetrate. Lost the handle. It's loose on the floor. They scramble for the loose basketball. And Brescia comes away with it. McGrath with it in the backcourt. She leaves it for Berzotto across the timeline. 40 seconds to play. Berzotto to McKinney. Out top McGrath. Left side Berzotto and a timeout called by Brescia. As Brescia calls another timeout. We got a break here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. Cougars lead by 1, 61-60. We're back with more in 1 moment. During the holidays, the Cougars, Lady Cougars, and Cartridge World presents Cougars vs. Cancer Classic at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. The action starts on Friday, December the 28th at 2 p.m. when the William Woods Lady Owls play Concordia. At 4, Cumberland's men will test Southern Poly State. The Lady Cougars take on Lyon at 6, and at 8, the Cougars and Taylor will hook up. On Saturday, December the 29th, Lady Cougars will play Concordia at 6, and the Cougars will battle Southern Poly State at 8. Cougar basketball, helping cure cancer. 37 seconds to play. Here at Columbia College, the Cougars 61. The Lady Bearcats of Brescia University 60. Brescia riding a 6-game winning streak into tonight's game. Columbia trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Berzotto will inbound it. She does to Jenkins. Back to Berzotto. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 33 seconds on the game clock. Out top, the pass comes to McGrath. Right side to McKinney with Whitteman out there one-on-one. And McKinney drives. Bank shot on the way. It's good. She got it. And 62-61. McKinney gets the bucket. Back the other way the Cougars come. Down by 1. Shot clock turned off. Mike Davis will set up a play as he calls timeout. As Davis will use a timeout with 17.8 seconds to go. 62-61 as Helen McKinney drove the baseline and got the ball to roll. It bounced around. It used all the rim and it finally fell in. We'll be back with more Lady Cougar basketball in just a second.
Don't think it's a big deal to purchase alcohol for a minor? Then you're not thinking. It's irresponsible and illegal. So if you get a shoulder tap to buy alcohol for minors, turn the other shoulder and walk away. A message from Anheuser-Busch, N.H. Shepherd's Distributing Company, and the Columbia Cougars, reminding you to prevent. Don't provide alcohol to minors.
Columbia trailing Brescia now by 1, 62-61. With 17.8 seconds to go in the ball game, the Cougars have the ball in their front court. Now, do you gamble and hold for the last second shot, or do you go get the bucket as quick as you can and then try to defend? If you're Brescia, you could foul and force the Cougars to go to the line, shoot a couple free throws, even if they make them both. you still are going to have ample time to get down the floor and retaliate with a bucket of your own. So now the coaches get involved as they try to plan their strategy. Whitman will inbound for Columbia. She kicks it into the backcourt to Whitney Davis. Davis across the timeline. 15 seconds to play. Whitman on the right wing. 13 seconds. Out top, not Oswald. To Whitman. 10 seconds to play. Top to Keith Thornsberry. Penetrates. Scoop shot. No good. She missed it. Rebound and a foul called inside with 4 seconds to play. Thornsberry had a layup. She beat her defender and just fanned on the shot. The foul is charged to Paula Carver. The foul on Carver is her first. Cougars are in the double bonus. And to the line goes Archuleta. Archuleta tonight is 3 of 4 from the line. She'll shoot 2. 4 seconds to play. First one on the way is good. We're tied. That's usually the tough one. The game is tied at 62. 4 seconds to play. Archuleta will try to give the Cougars the lead. Free throw on the way for Megan Archuleta is good. The Cougars have taken the lead on 2 free throws. Timeout Brescia. As Brescia will call a timeout. And Columbia leads at 63-62. Archuleta with 2 clutch free throws here in the last 4 seconds of the game. As she calmly stepped up there and nailed both free throws. Sean Page called the timeout after she made the second. I'm kind of surprised that Page didn't call the timeout, try to freeze Archuleta before the free throws because he had 2 to spend. But with 4 seconds to play, he still has 1. And Brescia will have 94 feet to travel. So the ball will be inbounded along the baseline. As Brescia will set up some type of play. Cougars got to stay away from the foul. But with 4 seconds to play, ample time to drive the length of the court. They got to slow them down and keep them from getting up any type of high percentage shot. So it's now in the hands of the Cougar defense. Columbia led in the first half by as many as 9. They led at the break 34-32. They went up by as many as 7 early in the second half. Then midway through the second half, Brescia caught fire, went up by as many as 9. Cougars whittled that lead away. And now they have regained control. They're up 63-62. The inbounder will be Jessica Berzata. Berzata will inbound. The Cougars come out, check Brescia's alignment, and now Mike Davis is going to call a timeout after seeing the alignment to set up the defense. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Are you one of these kinds of dads? When the kids came along, did you promise yourself, I never want to look back and wish I'd spent less time at the office? Then you should get to know Shelter Insurance. We're here to help people who plan their lives around their families by offering life insurance that's built for your needs. Life insurance that's right for you and right for the people who depend on you. Shelter Insurance. Seek shelter today.
What a ball game here tonight at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. The Columbia Cougars clinging to a 1-point lead, 63-62. Mike Davis's Lady Cougars trying to snap this skid and get a win here at home. As the Columbia Lady Cougars trying to get a win, they will be back in action against John Brown University down in Siloam Springs, Arkansas this upcoming weekend. So they want to get this road victory before our home victory before going back out on the road. 63-62. Brescia now will inbound. There's nobody on the inbounder. Cougars are going to let Brescia get the ball deep, inbounds deep, and then they send Whitney Davis all the way back into the front court. Inbounds pass comes into Jenkins, and a blocking foul in the backcourt. A blocking foul on Megan Archuleta, and Jenkins will go to the line with 1.7 seconds to play. As the foul is charged to the Columbia Cougars. Jenkins had her on her hip, and Archuleta fouls out in the backcourt. And that will send Jenkins to the line. She will have an opportunity to shoot 2. As we walk to the other end, Mike Davis now has got his club huddled up as he's going to take his allotted 30 seconds to make an adjustment to his lineup now that Archuleta is fouled out. A crucial mistake by Columbia College in the backcourt, as they called for the blocking foul. Checking in will be Davita Moore, the 6-foot junior. They got her in there, and they want to use her to board a missed possible free throw. Jenkins can tie it with one. She can give Brescia the lead. 1.7 seconds to play. Cougars are now out of timeouts. Jenkins' free throw on the way is no good. So the best she can do is tie the game, as Jenkins clanged that one. She's now missed 2 in a row. Jenkins, with 1.7 seconds left, can tie it, but she cannot give them the lead. Now the Cougars got to board a missed shot. Jenkins, deep knee bend, free throw on the way, and it's good. She drained that one. She's got 20. Cougars got 1.2 seconds to play, and Whitney Davis from 80, no good, and we're going to overtime. Columbia 63, Brescia 63, and we're headed to an extra session. Back with more Lady Cougar basketball in a moment.
Thank you for calling Bambinos.
Holy cow! Hi, everybody.
Hey, Harry.
Say, I'm looking for a place to find me a frosty cold one this evening.
Well, then you got to get down here to Bambinos and abuse your noodle.
Abused my noodle? Hi! Sounds like a weekend I had at Kalamazoo, Michigan one.
No, Harry. At Bambino's, abuse your noodle means you can get ice-cold schooners of beer with our daily happy hour specials and our late-night Bud Light draft beer specials for a ridiculous price.
Holy noodle! I thought I was in heaven up here.
Harry, just get down here to Bambino's. We've got big plates of pasta, big schooners of beer, and sports on our big screen TV.
Bambino's? Oh, shut up already. You had me at Scooter. Just tell me where you're at.
Bambino's Italian Cafe in downtown at Hittin' Locust, or you can call us back for carryout or delivery at 443-4473.
I'm on my way.
Bye, Harry.
We're going to overtime here at Columbia College, 63 all. A fresh 5 seconds, or 5 minutes rather, put up on the clock. And we will jump it up as overtime we go. Columbia Cougar 63, the Brescia Lady Bearcat 63. Cougars will continue to go from our left to the right. Set to jump it up is Davita Moore. And Jenkins, ball in the air and tapped around and pushed back to Whitney Davis. Now the Cougars are playing without Megan Archuleta, who's fouled out of the game. Davis to the right side to Whitteman. Out top Thornsberry. Thornsberry to Whitteman on the right wing. Whitteman feeds down low to Moore. Moore backing in. Spins. Can't get a shot, and they're going to call a timeout. Columbia's going to use timeout. Their only timeout of overtime right here with 4:42 to play. And Columbia gambling here, using their only timeout. With 63 all, we're just underway in the extra period. Back with more in a moment. Let the Best Western Columbia Inn host your next meeting or special occasion. We're conveniently located at the heart of Central Missouri at the junction of Highway 63 and Interstate 70. Along with our excellent customer service, we offer 122 newly renovated sleeping rooms with a wide range of amenities, including a free hot breakfast. With over 5,200 square feet of meeting space, we can accommodate a wide range of group sizes and events. Our experienced staff will help you with all of your special needs to make your event successful. Everyone knows the secret to having a successful gathering is having it at the right place. So when planning your next event, let the Best Western Columbia Inn be the right place for you. Your #1 choice for comfort, convenience, and quality. For reservations, call 1-800-362-3185. Best Western Columbia Inn. Well, Brescia gets the basketball if they force the Cougars to walk with it, and they bring it into the front court. Jenkins with it on the right elbow to the paint. Lost it out of bounds, and Columbia will get it back as it went out of bounds off of Jenkins. And the Cougars get it back. We're tied at 63. 32 seconds gone in overtime, and Columbia has no more timeouts. Brescia has 2. Davis to the right side to Whitteman. Whitteman holds there beyond the arc, gets a pick from Moore. Now to the left side to Davis. Davis brings it out to the left wing. Right side to Oswald. Oswald holds over her head. With the dribble now out on the perimeter. Oswald looking inside. Gives the ball to Davis. Posted up with Jenkins guarding her. Davis to Whitteman. Whitman penetrates, feeds inside Oswald. She can't get a shot. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Davis's runner on the way, no good. And the rebound ran down, and a foul called on Whitney Davis. Davis got caught reaching, picks up the foul. We'll go to the other end where the double bonus applies. 63-63. And going to the line is Berzotto. Berzotto is 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the game. She has 5 points. We have played 1 minute 5 seconds of overtime. Neither team has scored till now as Berzotto puts this one in the bucket. 64-63. We are in OT. The free throw on the way from Berzotto. Good. She got them both. Berzotto now with 7 points. Cougars down a bucket. Davis across the line wants play number 5. Left side Oswald to Thornsberry on the left sideline to Davis on the left point. Davis between the rings works to the right point. Now to Oswald, circling underneath, draws a double team out to Thornsberry. Thornsberry on the perimeter, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Back out to Davis, 10 seconds. To Moore, right side Thornsberry. To Moore posted up. Moore banks it up off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Berzotto. Berzotto brings it up the floor. Right wing to Jenkins. Jenkins top the key to Carver. Left side Berzotto. Berzotto penetrates. Pulls up. 14-footer. In and out. No good. Rebound Oswald. Oswald to Davis. Davis into the front court. 3:10 to play. Whitman down low to Moore. Out top Thornsberry from 17. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Berzotto. Berzotto down the far sideline to Jenkins. Drives to the basket. Scoops it up and in, and she's fouled. And the Cougars got beat in transition. Called for the personal foul. Davita Moore. And Jenkins to the line where she will try to complete the 2-point play. Jenkins now with 23 points. She hit that big free throw to send the game in overtime with 1.7 seconds to play. And the Cougars have fallen off the pace. They are now down by 4 here in OT. Could be 5 if Jenkins can connect. Free throw on the way. It's no good. Rebound Davis. Whitney brings it up the floor for Columbia. Down 4. Feel fortunate about that. Whitman down low to Moore. Back to Whitman. Out top Davis. Davis to Whitman. Whitman down low. Got the ball down to Thomas. Her fader on the way good. Tammy Thomas with a big basket. Her second of the night. 67-65. Brescia back the other way with 2.5 minutes to play. We're at the midway point of the overtime session. Right side Jenkins. Threw it away. Intercepted by Whitney Davis. Davis back the other way for Columbia. Davis crossover left side Thornsberry. Thornsberry holds on the left wing. Now dribbles it out to the top. Gives the ball to Thomas. Thomas to Davis. Davis with it on the right point. 15 seconds on the shot clock to Thornsberry on the left wing. Thornsberry brings it out to the left point. 8 seconds. Oswald on the top of the key. Down to the baseline. Oswald backs in, puts up the leaner. No good. Rebound Jenkins. And here comes Brescia with a 2-point lead. 67-65. Back the other way, Berzotto. Right side Jenkins. Cougars need another stop. Jenkins with it on the sideline. Out top to Berzotto. Berzotto penetrates. Puts up a scoop shot. No good. They got the stop as the rebound pulled down by Whitman. Whitman brings it up the floor. With it on the right wing. Drives to the baseline. Kicks it out to Davis. Davis to the right elbow. To the basket. And she's fouled. And I think it's Jenkins picking up the personal. Nope. They're going to charge the foul to Paula Carver. Carver gets the foul. And that sends to the line Whitney Davis. Davis has a chance to tie the game. Free throw on the way from Davis. Good. She splashed the first one down. She's now got 8 points today. She can tie it with this basket. We've been tied 8 times. Make it 9. Davis did it again. She got them both. As Davis canned it. And we're tied at 67. Back comes Brescia. Cougars have whittled away that 4-point deficit. Berzotto works to the right side to Jenkins, guarded by Thornsberry. 1:14 to play. Jenkins to the free throw line. Left side now to Berzotto. Berzotto backs out to the left point, about 30 feet out. Here's a pass inside McKinney. Layup, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Whitman with 1 minute to play. The Cougars bring it back. Into the front court, Whitney Davis. Right side to Whitman. Whitman holds on the perimeter. Feeds down low to Thomas. Posts up underneath Oswald. Banks on Oswald. Good! And the Cougars have a 2-point lead. 69-67. Timeout called by Brescia with 39.5 seconds to play. That's an eternity in basketball. 69-67. Columbia with the lead. More in a moment.
Looking for sports coverage you can count on? Turn to the team that brings you coverage whenever and wherever you want it. KOMU Sports.
Tune in to KOMU News at 6 and 10 for the latest sports highlights and wrap up the week with the KOMU Sports Show Sundays at 10:25. Log on to KOMU.com for video highlights and interactive polls. Get sports news when you want it with KOMU Mobile. Get alerts direct to you with KOMU Mobile Message.
KOMU Sports. Sports coverage you can count on.
Life can be a real balancing act, can it? Careers, kids, mortgages, and the more things are up in the air, the more you want them under control. That's where Shelter Insurance comes in. We insure your car, home, life, and peace of mind. We offer competitive rates to take care of the business of life so you can concentrate on something more important, enjoying your life. Interested? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Seek shelter today.
Columbia 69, Brescia 67 here in overtime. The Lady Bearcats own the basketball. Berzotto inbounds the ball to Jenkins. Berzotto brings it out to the top of the key. Berzotto picks up her dribble. Works the ball now to McGrath. Posted up down low with Jenkins. Jenkins kicks it out to McKinney. And a 3-second in the lane violation. A costly mistake by Brescia. 29 seconds to play. The shot clock's turned off. The Cougars will not have to take a shot, but they've also going to probably have to make a free throw. Inbounds pass comes into Whitman in the backcourt. She's floored by Berzotto. As Jessica Berzotto picks up her first foul of the day. And we'll go to the other end where Whitney Whitman, a 74% free throw shooter, will shoot two. And the Lady Cougars now with a chance to add to their 2-point lead. 27.3 seconds to play. Whitman at the line. Free throw from Whitman, good. Whitney Whitman drained it. She knocked that one down. She's got 12. Next one from Whitman. Rolls around and falls in. Whitman now with 12. 71-67. Cougars by 4. Timeout Brescia. As Brescia will talk it over. Cougars by 4 with 23.8 seconds to play. More in a moment.
The Cougars remind you that a winner always uses a designated driver or volunteers to be one. Be a good sport and keep our roads safe. Always put safe driving at the top of your lineup. A message from the Columbia Cougars, Budweiser, and N.H. Shepard's Distributing Company. You are listening to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Follow the Cougars all season long by logging on to ColumbiaCougars.com. Get results, highlights, statistics, player information, and all the latest Cougar news. Shop for great Cougar gear at ColumbiaCougars.com. Your voice of Cougar Athletics. Your source for everything you need to know about the Cougars. ColumbiaCougars.com.
71-67. Columbia by 4 with 23.8 seconds to go in overtime. Lady Cougars were tied with Brescia at 63. Also tied at 67. Columbia scored 4 unanswered points, and they'd like to keep it that way. But Brescia has 23.8 seconds to kill. Jessica Berzotto will inbound the ball to our left. That's in the front court. Berzotto gets it into McKinney. McKinney with it on the perimeter, trying to penetrate. Backs into the right elbow. Puts his shot up, and Whitman called for the foul with 18.6 seconds to play. Boy, you got to let her shoot. You can't be called for that foul. Now to the line goes McKinney. McKinney to the line. She has scored 20 points. The first free throw on the way is good. Make it 21. It's a 3-point game. Whitman's third foul. Next free throw from McKinney, good. She got them both. Full court pressure. Inbounds pass to Whitman in the backcourt. Whitman holds there. Cougars lead by 2. 15 seconds to play. Davis across the timeline. And they have to foul her from behind with 13.9 seconds to play. And the foul's charged to Danielle Jenkins. It'll be her 4th. And that will send Whitney Davis to the line. Davis now to the strike. First free throw from Whitney Davis, good. Davis now with 10 points. Boy, if it's free throw for free throw, you got to keep making them. Davis could make it another 4-point lead. It is good. She got them both. She drained them both, 73-69. Here comes Brescia with 13 seconds. 10, top to Key Jenkins into the left corner. McKinney for 3 off the left wing. That's good with 5 seconds to play. As McKinney dropped it in there. And the inbounds pass comes in to Davis with 3.9. And now the Cougars leading by 1 will have to get some free throws from Whitney Davis again. Both teams out of timeouts. And called for her 5th foul is Danielle Jenkins. She fouls out of the game. Megan Archuleta fouled out just as time was expiring in regulation. She's been gone for a while. Cougars by 1. Big three-pointer by Helen McKinney. And to the line goes Whitney Davis. And, of course, Sean Page, who's worked at Troy, University of Troy as an assistant, and also at Boise State as an assistant, used all his time to select a new player for Jenkins, who had fouled out. Whitney Davis to the line. Cougars by 1 with 3.9 seconds to play. Free throw from Whitney Davis is no good. She missed it. Now Whitney has a chance here to give the Cougars a 2-point lead with 3.9. Next free throw from Davis. That one's good. Davis hit that one. She's now got 12. Brescia inbounds with 3, 2. Top the key. They kick it to McKinney. 3-pointer at the gun is no good. And Columbia wins the game. Cougars win it 74-72 as Columbia snaps a 5-game skid and snaps Brescia's 6-game winning streak. Columbia 74, Brescia 72. Cougars win in OT. We're back with our post-game activities in a moment. This is Columbia Lady Cougar basketball.
You have looked everywhere, but you just can't find the perfect fit. Perfect Woodworking is your answer. Perfect Woodworking can build the perfect custom piece, the perfect cabinet, the perfect bookcase, the perfect entertainment center. Perfect Woodworking will build you a custom handmade piece that is exactly what you want. Make it perfect. Perfect Woodworking. 573-499-1353.
There are plenty of ways to get from point A to point B. Van, sedan, sports car, muscle car, pickup. And Shelter Insurance has covered plenty of miles in cars and drivers since 1946 with a combination of competitive rates, helpful agents, and speedy claim service. Truth is, we like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Shelter Insurance. Seek shelter today at shelterinsurance.com.
Celebration is on here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex as the Lady Cougars are victorious over 22nd ranked Brescia by a score of 74-72. Columbia with a win, and we are now joined by Mike Davis and Coach Davis. Congratulations. Boy, that was a great basketball game.
I've forgotten what this felt like, Tex. You know, it feels pretty good to win.
Your ball club hung on, and not only they win one in overtime. Those feel a little better, don't they?
Well, you know, to win one in overtime, but when you start the overtime down 4, and then to fight back, get it tied, and make big free throws, and guard some people, and really did a lot of good things that you hope carries over to other ball games. And, you know, Brescia is a very good ball club. They came in here with 6 wins in a row, and I'm not for sure Coach Page doesn't do about as good a job coaching as anybody. He gets about as much out of his kids as anyone can, and this was a good win for us. We really needed it.
Did this one come down to defending, getting stops when you needed them?
Well, you know, they had 2 players who really had to guard. 40 on the drive, and 33 was just a very, very good shooter. Man, you had to concentrate on those kids, and you know, we really took away a lot of options on our offensive end, and we got as basic as you could get tonight. And when you do that, you know, by the second half, you get pretty routine. but we fought through and got some good looks when we needed to. And, you know, we had a dry spell that seemed like forever there at that one time. And I was really proud of our kids because kind of what they've gone through, it's a hard thing to fight through mentally to shake that off. And I thought we did a nice job of that.
You were able to get your offense kind of jump-started, though, after that dry spell. It appeared from here that you did it with some penetration. Is that kind of what broke it open for you?
You know, we had to. We were into our triangle type set, and that thing gets pretty monotonous after a while, and I don't really like it, but this group needed it. It needed some structure. And but there comes a time late in the ball game that you have to do just what you say. You know, you have to go draw two defenders somehow, whether it's in the post or whether it's guard penetrating. And I thought we did both those things. And you know, we had a couple of plays that were huge. I thought the pass that Tammy Thomas made over her shoulder to the opposite block to Rachel Oswald was a huge play. I thought in regulation a steal that Whitney Davis made down here to finally get us ahead. And you know, Megan Archuleta was so down on herself making that foul at the end of regulation, but she stepped up there and made two big free throws that, you know, if we didn't have that, we wouldn't be where we were.
Well, congratulations, and it makes that ride down to Arkansas a little better. It lifts your ball club and looks like maybe you're back on the right path.
Tex, there's no good ride to Arkansas, you know, but we got to go. But we got to go.
Out of there.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it, and congratulations. Cougars win it here tonight, again by the final, 74-72. We're going to jump right into the numbers here. First off, for Brescia, they shot 37% from the field, and they shot 46.7% from the three-point arc. They were 7 of 15, 68% from the free throw line, 15 of 22. They could have probably won this in regulation with 1.7 seconds to play. They had the All-American at the line, Danielle Jenkins, and she missed the first free throw, but made the second to force the overtime. But if she hits both of them, the Cougars would have been in some big-time trouble. Meanwhile, Columbia shot 38% from the field, just 32% from the three-point arc, 7 of 22, but 82.6% from the charity stripe, 19 of 23. Columbia turned it over 18 times. Brescia turned it over 18 times. And Brescia owned the boards. They out-rebounded the Cougars 46-42. Looking at some individual numbers here. First for Brescia, their top scorer in the game was Helen McKinney off the bench with 25 points. She also had 8 rebounds. And the All-American Jenkins finished with 23 points and 8 boards. 5 points for McGarth, 4 rebounds, 6 points for Floyd, and 5 boards. And Carver chipped in with 6 points and 6 rebounds. And Berzotto had 7 points and 7 rebounds. For Columbia, top scorer in the game turned out to be Rachel Oswald. Oswald had 22 points and 8 rebounds tonight. 15-point performance by Megan Archuleta. She also pulled down 6 boards and had an assist. Whitney Davis with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. As Whitney, as her father mentioned, made a big steal on the top of the key to give the Cougars their first lead late in the game. Whitney Whitteman, first lead that was late in the game. The Cougars did lead at the intermission by 2, a score of 34-32. Whitney Whitteman finished up with a baker's dozen, 13, 3 rebounds for Whitteman, and she dished out 4 assists. 4 points for Davida Moore, and 3 points for Nacy Thornsberry. And Tammy Thomas rounded out the scoring with 5 points and 5 rebounds. Cougars win it by a final score of 74-72 as they improve to the mark of 4-6, snap a 5-game skid. Brescia has a 6-game winning streak snap. They fall to the mark of 7-5. And Columbia now leads the series with Brescia, 5 victories to 4 defeats. Cougars back at it on Saturday when they travel down to Salem, Arkansas. They take on down in Arkansas, they take on John Brown University, and that's a 2 o'clock tip-off. And our next webcast will be on Friday when the Columbia men are in Upton, Indiana, to take on Taylor University, and we'll have that for you. I think that's a Friday night, 8 o'clock tip-off, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock out in Indiana, and our pregame show should come your way at about 6:50. But the Cougars will be in action then. That'll be our next broadcast. Lady Cougars win the night, 74-72. I'm Tex Little. So long from Columbia.